Hello, people. Welcome back to the Just Your Football Show's first ever Hatealong. I've been sat here patiently, Gabe. Waiting for Jesse to get a new job, and he's finally got a new job, and it's with Canada. And I'm joined by everyone's favourite American, and he looks like a 10-pin baller right now, looking very 80s vibe, but looking very cool with it.
No, we're trying to go more 1960s Elvis vibe. I
Is it
think
60s? Sorry,
maybe I
right.
should really slick up the hair. That'll
Nah,
do.
you're looking cool, mate. It's a good look. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bud. I'm good. Looking forward to this match. Actually, it's actually could be an exciting game. Let's hope so, because you're nodding off. We need to keep you awake.
It's Jesse versus Messi, isn't it? Jesse versus Messi, world champions versus Canada. I'm gonna ask you a question before we go to the comments and stuff. Everyone, folks, like the video, by the way. What's the relationship between Americans and Canadians? You know, like England, Scotland, and England, Wales. Is there any sort of vibe there between you two nations?
It's generally very friendly. Recently with football, it's been a little bit. Canada, about 2-3 years ago, they started pulling some decent results. They've got a young, talented squad that's really eager to prove itself. Then they sort of had a down, I wouldn't say a downward spiral, but the last year or so has not been good for them. And so obviously they moved on and found another manager. And I think they're hoping that Jesse can, as you'll see in the team sheet, if you're looking, I mean, they've got some good players, but they need to be a side that's greater than the sum of its parts. And I think they're hoping that a guy like Jesse, who can be probably a good player motivator at this level in international play, where it's not week to week to week, you'd hope if you're Team Canada that'll make a difference. We'll have to see. I would not have made the hire for that money, but that's what they decided to do.
Is he on big money, bro?
Well, I mean, I think as far as international managers go, in for Canada, I think he's on like $4 million a year, which for international management is quite good.
I think Southgate's probably on about 11 or something. I don't know. It's
yeah, well, don't get me on about Southgate. But it's kind of interesting, Joe. I mean, I wonder what you think about this. I mean, obviously, Argentina, they have to be the favorites, World Cup champions. But when you look at this team sheet, Angel Di Maria, Lionel Messi, greatest in the world, but both are 36. Rodrigo de Paul's 30. You have some players that maybe their form hasn't been the best this season, maybe in and out of the team. So you have to wonder if Canada, with Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, Taj Buchanan, and a number of these players think that maybe we can come out and punch this team in the mouth.
I can't see it, mate. I can't see it personally.
I can't see it either, but I think it might be what I expect is Canada to be wide open and then get opened like a can opener. But
yeah, like if Jesse's going to persist to play narrow, which we expect he does, and of course we know that he believes that the chip to the back post or the man at the back post is something that only happens in England when you have wingers like Messi and Di Maria, then I think it could be a long night. Obviously, I hear what you're saying though. Like Julian Alvarez hasn't played much for City. But, I mean, Alexis McAllister had a good season.
Oh, yeah. Listen. Don't take me the wrong way. Argentina should win this game. They should win this rather comfortably. But just if you're Team Canada, what you think Jesse's probably saying in the changing room is saying, hey, if we get at these guys and we press them, make them uncomfortable, for me, it's not going to be all about that battle in the midfield. Can Estaquillo and Kone, Watford's Kone, match up against that Argentinian midfield? I think the answer is probably no, but we'll see what happens.
No, but like you said, there is some talented players within the
very
Canadian setup. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I swear I've seen. I think Jonathan David was linked to someone in the Premier League recently. I know.
I mean, he should be. I mean, he's had 2 really good seasons in a row. 19 goals, 4 assists last season in Ligue 1 for Lille. A fantastic player. Alphonso Davies, we all know what he can do. He's only 23 years old, Joe, as well. I feel like he's been around forever.
And Buchanan's
world class
pace for days, hasn't he? Buchanan and Canada
had
a good World Cup, bro. They had a good World Cup, to be honest. They were all right.
I think Buchanan's found it hard getting into the team at Inter Milan, but obviously you would. I think he's only played 10 games this season, but You're right. He does have a lot of pace, and he's got quality too. So, I mean, some players are funny. They need to be playing a lot for their club in order to show out internationally. And then there are some players that really their international play kind of elevates them, even if they haven't been playing. So we'll see.
Can I get your Can I get your stateside thoughts on the recent comments of all the Americans on Leeds United? It seems like everybody wants to talk about Leeds at the minute. I think the Tyler Adams thing I didn't get why it was made a thing out of. Personally, I didn't see what he said was wrong. I think Weston said it was the worst time of his career and it was a stepping stone, something along those lines. Which again, look, I'll never be a fan of Weston. I actually like Tyler Adams. Even still, I know he tried to take us to court and stuff, but I think look, it's our own fault for putting them contracts in fucking place.
I was a little bit confused as to journalists pretending they don't understand what happens during a press junket in international duty. All the same journalists ask you the same questions. So obviously these guys come into international competition sort of once a year over the summer, and the journalists ask them about how their years went, and then they'll ask them questions about where they were before they went. It's just kind of a natural thing to happen. So if it seems all in the same week, they're all talking about Leeds because they're all being asked about the season they've had in Leeds United. So obviously I'm going to see it a little bit differently. Weston's already come out.
You've got to back your boys.
It's not even about backing the boys. Just like Weston's already come out and admitted his mentality was wrong when he came to Leeds. So of course he's going to say it was a step. He's already fessed up, but I think we're making something out of nothing here. Who cares? It's not like they're going out of their way to talk about us. They're being asked questions, and I understand the fan reactions. I don't understand like journalists being like, "Oh, they're talking about us again." I'm like, you guys know how this works. That's really, really strange.
Yeah. What do you reckon to Aronson's return, by the way? Because I'm all on board with it. I think he'll light the championship up personally.
I don't know. I'm about 50-50 on it. I think he certainly could. I've been very vocal about what I think of the general level of the championship and how players who are poor in the top division can do very, very well.
Yep.
I know we talk a lot about how players get kicked, but I mean, there's also 17, 18, 19-year-olds playing okay in the championship. So, which is about what Aronson's built like. So I don't know. I mean, look, whether he has a great season and stays or great season, we can recoup some value on the massive amount of money we paid for him. I mean, we should want him to come back and do well. Any player that's on our books, regardless of how we felt about them last season, we should want them to do well because it's in the best interest of the club. If they do well in our colors, the club does well. Doesn't mean we have to keep them or love them. So we'll see. I know it's kind of a non-answer. I'm not sure what to think because I've seen him play really poorly, and I've seen him play like the last month of the season he was a big part of helping them avoid relegation in the Bundesliga. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
Jury's out.
Yeah, exactly. Time will tell. Time will tell. Right, let's get to some comments. Again, folks, smash a like on the video. Sammy Jade says, hope I'm still awake for this. Messi versus Jesse is the best thing since sliced bread. We do have some Jesse fans in the house.
Laugh. I like that.
Yeah. You're only here to watch the Marsch. Lee says we would have stayed up if they hadn't fired Marsch.
We still have that conversation? I like Lee Crisp, though. I've seen him around here a couple times.
Yeah, same. We will never fully comprehend the truth, but we stood a better chance compared to the ineffective managers we recruited after March. I mean, after March, sorry. I disagree, of course. He was taking us down, but do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, we'll never know. I think that if you're going to sack a manager, you should, have somebody. And it's pretty clear they sacked him with absolutely no plan. It took us weeks to get Grazia anyway. And then we sacked Grazia with 4 weeks left in the season, brought Big Sam. We were worse after we sacked him, but that's not because Jesse didn't deserve to stay. He deserved to be sacked, and he was.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, he did.
But we have to stop pretending like Jesse got sacked halfway through the season. We have to stop pretending that we got relegated just because of Jesse. We got relegated because of Jesse and because of the dopey management of the club by Roger Zani and Victor Orta not having a plan to bring someone in and not backing that person or giving Jesse a window and then sacking him after a window.
Four managers that season?
Yeah, if you count Skubala, yeah.
Yeah, so, it was a shit show, wasn't it, from top to bottom, we have to be honest. Give over all the art, but listen, we're still paying for that now. We're still paying for the contracts. That, again, just further proves the whole organisation from manager to playing personnel as well who weren't good enough or up to it, all the way up to the top. It was just an absolute shit show.
Now, who's doing the commentating where you're watching?
To be honest, mate, I've got it on mute at the minute, so I can hear you.
No, I mean me too, but I want to know who's on screen right now to see if we're watching the same feed.
I've got it on Astro. I've got it on the radio on Astro Supersport, which is in Australia.
So I've got it on FS1, and they seem to be Here's what I think they're doing. I think it's quite clever. They keep bringing Alexei Lalas back, and I think it's because so many people will hate watch that guy because he's just.
He said a lot of disparaging comments about Leeds as well, I think, didn't he, during...
Oh, I didn't. I don't even follow him, Alexei Lalas.
Yeah. Oh, it's the opening ceremony. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing a lot of people dancing right now.
No, we're in studio talking. Oh, there's Clint Dempsey, though. That's fun.
Nice, I like Clint.
I love Clint.
Yeah. Would he be the best American to play in the Prem? I know, obviously, Donovan was there, but I think...
Donovan was there for 4 months on loan.
Yeah, he had
and he played all right,
didn't he,
but...
Dempsey?
Yeah, I think that... yeah, I think it's got to be Clint Dempsey or Tim Howard or Brad Friedel.
Forget about the goalkeepers. Bloody hell, yeah.
Yeah, for a while we had world-class keepers, funny enough.
Yeah,
I mean, world-class is a little bit generous, but we had
but they were very good
keepers.
They were very good. Tim Howard was an unbelievable shot stopper.
I remember Brad Friedel, they brought him to Tottenham to back up Hugo Lloris, and he ended up keeping him out of the starting lineup for 2 seasons at like 40.
Weren't they both at Liverpool for a period? I swear, and then they were sold. I could have sworn. I may be wrong.
Friedel was at Liverpool for a little bit, but
maybe
Tim Howard was at Scum, and then he went to
Manchester
Everton.
United, wasn't he? Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, both at big clubs though when they initially came over, for sure. Oh, who's this rapper? You not getting what I'm getting? I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm getting him now. Yeah, it looks like a WWE NXT thing, doesn't it? A little bit.
By the way, have you caught up on WWE where you are? No,
I haven't. No, I've just been listening to those Jim Cornette podcasts.
Oh right, yeah.
They're so funny, man. Did you finally listen to that Hogan's Biggest Lies over the years? Joe, it's the funniest thing on wrestling.
Do you know why I can't get away with it? Because I need to be able to see the people talking.
No, you can't just like listen to it while you're on a walk?
No.
I mean, you could. You just forget.
I probably could. No, I probably could. And when I tried to watch it, I watched it in bed, and I couldn't get away with just looking at the animation. Do you know what I mean? It didn't work for me. Yeah. Let's have a look. Canadian here, feeling very conflicted. Nah, you've got to back your nation, mate. Forget who the gaffer is. You've got to back your nation. I'm very much England, that kind of vibe. I think sometimes, I don't know what it's like for Canadians, because I don't know if this is just a stereotype, but you're notoriously quite placid. That's what I believe anyway, right? Canadians are placid people. I don't know how true that is, but that seems to be the rhetoric.
No, they're not. They're nice, but they're not placid people.
No. But yeah, I think in England, I don't
placid
know.
people.
That's, placid, like just chill, horizontal.
You've seen Lake Placid now.
Hey?
Do you remember that what was it, an alligator movie called Lake Placid?
Yeah. I never watched it though, man. I'm not really into animal disaster movies.
You're not into SeaWorld films?
No, definitely not. But what was I going to say? Yeah, sometimes it's a bad thing to support England. I don't know why. Yeah, we seem to get a bad rep from even our own at times, which is frustrating.
I have to tell you, I know all fans go a little bit nuts, but England fans have an international reputation. Let's just say that.
Yes, I know we do. Unfortunately, yeah. I know.
They've been terrible to watch in the Euros so far.
Bad.
It's terrible football. A team that talented, it's terrible,
crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Jesse, you guys are going to get a masterclass from me tonight.
About fight and commitment.
Exactly.
And what else does he say?
I just remember that one at Leipzig when they got beat by Liverpool and he's speaking German and English going, the Gegenpressing. I just like, yellow cards, get yellow cards.
Respect for the game, yeah? He's basically just told them get stuck in and tackle them really hard, which fair enough. They played well,
but when you actually watch Leeds United under Jesse, you can see it, right? Like when Dallas broke his leg smashing into Grealish, when David James went smashing into players, it was definitely something that he.
Well, David Calamity James, the England goalkeeper.
No, did I say David James? Daniel James, sorry.
Well,
I'm tired. Yeah. But yeah, we went out like Trojan horses, man, I think.
When it worked, it worked. I mean, that Chelsea game was one of my favorite matches to watch. I think one of the many problems with his system is, and this is the issue with coaches that are system ideologues and not pragmatists in any way, is that the players have to execute, you're playing 100% in accuracy, and it doesn't really happen most of the time. And when it does, great. But I mean, if you can afford the players that are going to be a 9 out of 10 every match, then fine. But with a system like Jesse's, you have to have every player dialed in that way. And this is not me blaming the players; it's blaming the naivety of the manager to think that footballers are just automatons that you can just plug them in, their instructions in, they'll do it, and you'll win every time. It's not the way the game's played.
I'm just hang on, mate. I've just had to switch my channel a second because I'm what's this? CTV. What's this? Setanta, is that still a thing? That came
No, Setanta Sports. Connor and I were talking about that the other day. Special One TV. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was. Well, it's still a thing in Eurasia.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, but nothing's coming up for it. Sorry, I'm just Premier Sports One.
Are you saying Sergio Aguero right now?
No, not right now. Where are you watching it?
Like, this is my iPad here.
Yeah, they're all like what?
Oh, it's FS1.
FS1. Let's see if I can find this on my radio.
Did you lose your feed?
Yeah, I'm just getting it back though now. Don't worry. It's just finding the actual. There's so many different channels. Do you know what I mean? You would think there'd be Fox on here though. Is it on ESPN at all? No, just Fox. Right. Okay, we're probably going to be watching on different. We've got Astro. Take a dip to Malaysia. There we go. No, I've got. They're coming out onto the pitch anyway. We're gonna have. I've definitely got an American because it was teams starting to assemble in the tunnel.
There you go. I actually feel bad for when they come out. This is like a good age of kids that walk out hand in hand. But you ever see those kids where like some of them are a little bit too old?
Yeah.
And you can tell they don't want to be holding a footballer's hand. Yeah, I always feel bad for those kids.
Yeah.
There's always like one or two in the group that are like, "Why did my dad put my name up for this?"
Yeah, look, Jesse says, "Okay, lads, we've got the best left back in the planet here playing for Canada. We should use some width, right?" You would think so. Whether he does or not.
I remember the guys on TalkSport were talking about how Luke Shaw is the best left back in the world. I'm like, what? Just you could tell they don't watch anything but the Premier League.
Let's have a look. I don't know about that sort of stuff, Joe, to be honest. History and all that sort of stuff goes over my head, as does geography and math. Hey, Gabe, my American brother, are you excited to watch me put on a masterclass for you guys? What do you reckon?
Jesse, I want to see fight and commitment.
Kick off at 1 a.m. for those that are asking, so not too far away now. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Enar? I'm learning Spanish, Gabe.
Are you? You do a lingo?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, I'm giving it a go. Yeah, my metrics were correct. Yeah, you didn't believe me. Who's actually set this account up anyway? I'd love them to reveal themselves. To be honest. I love that people actually respond to this Jesse Marsch as though it's actually Jesse Marsch, like sat there, getting ready. Hey God. You got to write an apology letter to Jesse if he outclassed it. Listen, if I won't go that far, but if Jesse won Copa America, then I might do just that. But it's not going to happen. So
they'll do really well to get out of the group, Canada.
Yeah. This is Wild Robbie, by the way. I don't know if you've seen this, Gabe.
Yeah, no, I have.
But
it's like soft quitting.
It's mad to think that. When you have a team that has Bellingham, Foden, Kane, the list goes on, Saka, Gordon, whoever, Cole
Manu,
Palmer,
Declan Rice, 150 million pound footballer, Declan Rice.
And if you think the reason that team isn't winning because of Calvin Phillips, then you've...
What he's essentially saying is that he, you need to play his system, which is absolutely absurd. It's a conservative lifeless system.
Yeah. It's like,
Squandering a golden generation
If only I
of
had
talent.
Calvin, we'd be okay. And it's like, well, fucking change something then. Change something. It's mad.
And I love all these people. They're like, "Oh, he brought us to a semifinal." It's like you've been in a quarterfinal every year, and in every tournament, and you have underachieved. Like I don't know, it's one match of progress.
Yep. I think the thing that switched up for me, because I have actually been quite grateful of Southgate, because before he came in, Gabe, hate's a strong word, but I was disillusioned with it. Didn't like the players.
Oh,
And he made me fall
want to
in
just
love
go
again.
through who your managers were? Steve McLaren,
Exactly. Yeah.
Sven Goran Eriksson,
exactly.
Roy Hodgson. Capello was a good manager in his day, but he's not an international manager.
He was rubbish at England though. Really.
Yeah,
bad,
he was.
Really
Well,
bad.
your qualification campaign, you ran over everybody, and then again you underachieved in a major trial. I also think I don't want to get started on this now, but I think the English press vastly overrates the individual talent of some of these players, and then collectively they're even worse together. Those players deserve to play in the club teams they play in. They're that good, but they play certain roles for certain top sides. In some ways, you can look better. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easier to play in a top side than it is like a relegation scrapper, but I've been more impressed by players who have done it for smaller teams who don't have world-class talent all around them than I have for players who have come up in a top 4 team. So.
Yeah. No, I get that, because you've got better players around you, haven't you, at the end of the day. So I hear what you're saying 100%, mate. I do. But yeah, I just...
there he is, the president of FIFA.
Today I feel gay. I'll never
do you remember?
That.
Do you remember when the protesters rained down money on Sepp Blatter? It's just
man.
fake money.
Yeah.
And I love when he tried to lead his chant of "Let's go FIFA" in his corruption scandal. These guys are the worst. So Lee, what you on about? Potter should be the next thing.
Do you know what I think? No, I think it's a shout.
Why does he have to be English, Joe? Why don't you just find the best manager you can find it to manage this group of players? Pep Guardiola's leaving Man City. Pay him.
I mean, if you could get Pep, 100%. Oh, don't get me wrong. If you could get Klopp, even 100%. I just, like you say, I'm burned by Capello and Sven Goran Eriksson for sure. But yeah, if you could actually convince Pep, that would be amazing. Because Pep, I don't think would ever manage Spain because of the. He considers himself Catalonian, right? Like they're independent from Spain.
Yeah. Like club-wise, exactly. I don't think he'd manage Real Madrid, but no. Yeah, I don't think that would be
unless the Spanish FA, if it's called the FA, would give him the job because of that. I don't know.
The Spanish FA is pretty corrupt, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all football associations are.
100%. It's all about rubbing the palms of the hand, isn't it? For sure.
Are you all at all salty that the U.S. women just got Emma Hayes?
No, I don't.
You don't care?
No. I don't watch enough women's football, mate. I support it. I want it to do well. I actually was speaking to someone. I think the Leeds United ladies team might look a lot different next year, which will be good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, by all accounts. That's going to change. So hopefully, because there's a real opportunity, because it's still in its infancy, really, in the UK, to really get something and get yourself promoted, and that's, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Douglas Luiz deal to Juve, and his missus been involved in the deal as well. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, it's going a bit mad, isn't it?
Emma Hayes has basically come to the States and shouted at all the older players that if you want to stay in this team, start scoring goals for your clubs, or I'm not going to call you in. And so it's lit a fire under a lot of them. And they played the other day. They had their first 2 matches for Emma Hayes, and they just ran over teams, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Oh, did they look really good?
Yeah, they did. They looked ruthless, which is what they haven't looked in a while.
Yeah, she's very successful. Or was with
incredibly,
Chelsea, right?
incredibly, yeah.
It's quite a nice trophy to look at, isn't it? To be fair, have you got kickoff?
They're singing the national anthems now.
Right, okay. Because I don't know what's going on my stream. I've got.
It's right in on Messi singing.
I think I'll be slightly behind you, bro. Unfortunately.
That's all right. I can pause it once the match starts, so you can tell me where you're at minutes wise.
Cool.
We'll sync it there.
Because I don't even think I'm at the anthems yet, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Where are you watching it on my iPad here? This is gold, lads. Big up Kilgallen. Big up to you, mate. As a Canadian, please remember we have Jesse Marsch. Be kind. We want you to do. No, well, I don't want you to do. I'm sorry, Ranji. I don't. I want you to get dunked on, mate. If I'm on it, I'll leave it at 3. At 3, and then I'll stop celebrating the goals.
I'm more excited to watch Bielsa's Uruguay. I've watched a couple of their matches, and they look really good.
I know.
They really do.
It's quite a knack that Bielsa's managed to get both Bamford and Darwin Núñez to both score at a decent rate. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's quite insane.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, Darwin Núñez always kind of had the talent. Sometimes it takes guys a little bit of time to adapt to a new league. But I'll tell you what, the way Bielsa has them playing, especially Copa America. I mean, and international competition, it's not so much in the Euros, but World Cups, Copa America, the weather can be really brutal and be really warm. And to have to play a team like Uruguay who plays Bielsa ball, just murder ball for 90 minutes in stoppage time, I wouldn't want to play. I wouldn't want to play them.
Joe Gabe got the disillusion feeling with Bert Halter as US manager. Emma Hayes with US Women is where it's at for me at the moment.
Chris, don't even. I'll talk for 3 hours about Greg Berhalter. He's basically Southgate with. I mean, it's the American team is nowhere near as talented, but in terms of if you just compare the American talent now compared to how it's been kind of year after year, it's I guess you would call it a relative golden generation.
Yeah, of course.
We're wasting it with that egghead.
Ultimately, like in previous years gone by, I wouldn't have known the American team,
wouldn't have.
But now I know the majority of players that are in that side, mate. So you do have a good side. Oh,
yeah.
Is he singing the Canadian national anthem, old Jesse? He is, man. Is it in French or not? I don't know.
It's "Oh Canada, Our Native Land." Yeah.
Okay.
Canada. You've never heard him sing it? Oh, that's right. Olympics aren't a big deal for you.
Nah, they're not.
If I get toxically nationalistic during the Olympics, it's the only real, because it's every sport. You just go into swimming. Here we go. Basketball. Here we go. I love it. Event after event after event. I grew up watching that. It was like a big thing growing up.
Yeah,
watching the Olympics.
Yeah. Not. It's never really bothered us all that much, to be fair. I do like watching the 100 meters, the relay.
Yeah. But then again, you're not cheering for Englishmen. You're probably cheering for Usain Bolt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Watching him break records. I remember.
I guess that was the funny thing for me, Joe, is when my friends in England at the time, because I was living out there, they're like, "Mate, you're making way too big a deal out of this here." But when what's his name, Tom Daly got the bronze medal.
Okay,
was it Tom Daly, the diver?
Yeah, the diver.
That you guys gave him a parade. I was like, give it a bronze medal. It's a parade. I was like, this is why England will never win a major tournament. I just went on and on and on.
Loser mentality.
I just went on and on and on. All my English friends were just like, it's just because we don't care about the Olympics, pal. It was funny.
I don't know about you, but on my graphic it says Alistair. They've dropped the M from McAllister. It's like they try to take the Scottishness away from him. That's a bit unfair. It probably doesn't look like that on yours, but
it says Alexis McAllister.
Yeah. On mine it just said Alistair. I was like, oh, is that what?
I thought it said Alexis Mack on your screen.
Yeah, big up Scott Gaming. No worries, mate. Understand. If you're listen, I feel like, has it kicked off yet?
No, they're still going through the starting lineups. Unbelievable. It's the longest rollout.
I was going to say it was supposed to kick off at 1 a.m. They've clearly not got the timings right on the pre-match show, have they?
No, well, I mean, let's just say that North America and South America and Central American competitions don't always start on time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I do remember when Diana Ross missed the penalty when the World Cup was last in the States and she was supposed to put it through the goal. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
So in the opening ceremony, there's a goal and she takes the penalty.
Was it the 94 World Cup in the States?
It must have been, yeah. You'll be able to see it 'cause it's classic. So she runs up to take the penalty, and obviously the pen was supposed to go through the goal, and then the goals split open and loads of I don't know, ticker tape comes up, but obviously she misses the penalty. She misses the penalty straight out, but it still does it, of course, but yeah.
That's funny.
If Canada plays Uruguay, would you support Marsch? Me? No. I'm not supporting Marsch.
No, we're not. No. Joe, Canada are playing a 4-4-2 the Mike Bassett formation.
Love that. Joe says our Olympics are a bit pointless. We kind of invented all the sports, so we're over it. Oh, are you having that, Gabe?
The Greeks invented the Olympics.
There you go. There you go. With the 4 rings and all that. Yeah, it's a Greek thing, actually. It's a Greek thing, I swear. I mean,
you invented football. It's not the only sport they play at the Olympics.
What's this? Either that is my sound. I mean, it's turned right up, folks, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Coming through good to me.
It shouldn't be a problem. I'll double check it.
All right, Joe, they've kicked off here. Let me know when they're.
Yeah.
And then wait, they're not showing the minute counter. That's obnoxious. Okay,
just like the English to take credit for someone else. Love it. Well, I'll tell you when we've kicked off. They have got rid of all that shite on the pitch. I tell you that much. So
yeah, I'm 30 seconds in.
Oh, I've got an American doing the com. No disrespect, but it's just not on the same level as.
Well, no,
they countdown.
FS1 is the worst as well. That we get it on a couple different. Get it a couple different networks.
I'm underway now, mate. If you have a look here, I've got the timer above me, so you'll be able to see where I'm at. If you do want,
I'm almost a whole minute ahead. I'll pause it here.
Sorry about this, folks. If I am ahead, behind.
CBS,
sorry, should I say?
CBS and ESPN hire actual football people, and FS1 assumes that every American watching is a moron, so they just hire people to be like, now this is called a free kick.
Really?
No, it's not quite that bad, but it's similar, I think.
To be fair, hockey, cricket, curling, the original Greek version were effectively a Confucian orgy.
Curling.
I think curling's got to be somewhere cold. I'm sure. Michael says, "What Gabe is? What channel is it on in the States, mate?"
FS1.
FS1. Fox Sports 1, I assume. Yeah, this is true, James. But do we think? I mean, yeah, Davis, but he had Premier League players. Let's not forget this. Although that Canadian team's obviously got some great players, and we discussed it before. There's some that I don't know within the team, but like I'm not sure who Cornelius is, Bombito, Johnston,
Yukon Cornelius,
Eustaquio, Miller, Larin. I'm not sure. Should I know?
Eustaquio's a Porto player.
Oh, Larin with the strike.
Yeah, and Kyle Larin, he's okay. He's a solid player for them.
Yeah.
Not a world beater, but a decent player.
Nice. I just can't wait for Jesse to be up off his feet kicking off.
You better,
wanker! He's on my screen. Wanker!
If they score, you better believe he's going to gesticulate.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Barney says, Joe, I hope you have my 20 ready on Monday. What was it, Barney? Now I can't remember what the bet is. I can't remember what the bet was.
Okay, we're finally synced up, I think, Joe. All right, good.
Cool. My stream just keep just jumping around like a fucking idiot, so it's not the best. US won't lose versus Uruguay. That was it. Yes, they definitely will, bro. How are you feeling ahead of that game, Gabe? Are you nervous?
I think Uruguay is a very, very bad matchup for us, but I think that we should be able to control the possession. I think it's really about how are you going to play out of that Bielsa press.
Yeah.
Now we do have. It really depends. Berhalter likes to do this thing where he tries to build out through the left back. He's an excellent left back, but he's not. He's good at on an overlap. He's not really great at playing it from the back under pressure. It's a Robinson out of Fulham, and
good. Do you rate him? I like him.
I do rate him, yeah, but it depends on how you utilize him. If you're using him as a fulcrum to break a press, it's not great. But if you're bypassing the press and then letting him overlap, he's really, really dangerous. So it depends on how we play.
Is Tim Ream still starting centre back?
He is, mainly because of his passing ability. Yeah. The guy can pass out of the centre half position.
Yeah. And what does the midfield? Is it Musa, McKennie, Adams, is Adams fit?
So Adams isn't fully fit. He probably will be. I've been more impressed with Johnny Cardosa, the Real Betis player that played Mark Roca out of his starting position.
Nice.
Yeah, makes you happy, Joe.
Yeah.
I actually rate him a little bit. The thing is, he does different things than Adams. He's a better passer. He doesn't bring the same intensity. Moose is obviously, I think he's an excellent player in the midfield.
Really
and they've been using Gio Reyna dropped in as a box-to-box midfielder.
Now, because I know before.
No, he's not. But he's
okay.
I know he didn't really get a window in Forest. He has to sort out his club situation, but he really is a very talented player.
And will Aronson just be off the bench?
Yeah. Aronson comes in 85th minute, bring a little bit of defensive intensity and
strike. Oh, not too far away that. Paredes with the strike. Yeah, probably YouTube comments guy. It's not the best, mate. It keeps lagging and jumping around and all that sort of stuff. Cardoza, McKennie, Rayner, yeah? That's what Matthew Whitmore's saying.
Yeah, it'll probably be Tyler Adams though. Everybody in US soccer loves Tyler Adams, so he'll probably play.
Yeah, he actually speaks really well, to be fair.
Yeah, but the thing is about US soccer is if you have a certain type of can-do attitude, look, I like Tyler Adams as a player as well, but I do think Johnny Cardosa has a much higher upside. He's younger, obviously. I think he's only 22, or he may not even be 22 yet.
Adams captains you, though, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I also rate Chris Richards, Crystal Palace player.
Yeah.
I quite like him, too.
Very versatile, and he can play anywhere across the back,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
And is your man Dest still playing right
No,
now?
he did his ACL at the end of the season. Really? So he had a great season with PSV and did his ACL. So Joe Scally, Borussia Mönchengladbach player.
Nice.
So a former Daniel Farke player.
Yeah, I was going to say. What do you think to our chances this season, mate?
I think it depends on who we bring in. I like what I've been reading.
Yeah. Oh, Di Maria's. Oh.
And personally, I think that if some of the lone players come back and play, I think that we'll be in a really strong position. If they don't, when we move them on, we bring other players in, fine. Obviously, I'm concerned about, I don't know what's going on with our fan base acting like Somerville's an easy replace. He's not. He's player of the season. It's really hard to replace him. I do think we're a little bit winger heavy, keyboard heavy, as you might say. Well, look at Canada playing through this right now.
Yeah,
and they're playing with width.
I know, I thought that when they tried to get Messi in, I was thinking, why has he got a player actually near him near the touchline? What's going on here? I was thinking he was going to be in acres, but it's early doors yet. Let's wait till it opens up properly. For sure.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Corner Canada.
Pick up the gegenpressing.
I can't believe 7.5 minutes are gone. I feel like nothing's happened.
Yeah. I'm very tired as well.
I was going to say, this is going to be a great way of keeping you awake.
Yeah. Canada's going to have 15 minutes of energy just like any other Marsch team, says the P-Week. The P-Week? Yeah, it's a good shout. Cross, it's a decent knock. Oh, Buchanan at the back post. Oh, why didn't he hit it first time there? Why did he take a touch?
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Oh, it's the corner.
There's trouble.
No one there. They've done it again. It's the corner.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, how has he missed?
The keeper got big there, but yeah, he's got to score.
Yeah. Was it? Oh,
that's unbelievable how they've not scored there.
How?
Unbelievable, Argentina.
How? That was Jesse all over. Every single man was up for the corner. Oh, God, it was... I just had flashbacks, Gabe.
So this is in the beginning. When you look at what happened, it's easy to say the players made a mistake, and I agree they did. But this was initially I defended Marsch because I was like, man, our defenders are just making these shocking individual errors, but you're putting them in these situations where they're under single point of failure pressure. And to know that if you make a mistake, then everything behind you is completely exposed. It dials what is already a high pressure on players up to 100 every time the ball comes their way. So it's not a sustainable. I get that mathematically it works, but like it's not a sustainable way to play unless you're. And I'm not saying Jesse should have these players, but it's easy to play that way when you're the best team in the league. It's not when you're not.
I can't believe off one corner just how open that was. Like that was actually nuts, Gabe.
Yeah.
It's
well,
crazy.
and it's not even like they pinged a long ball; they just played it straight down their throat after an individual player error. That's what I mean. This Canada team is going to be a little bit chaotic, and I mean they may be able to nip a goal off them, but they may not. Oh, here we go. Oh,
it's just wide. Messi just wide. This could get long for Canada, I think.
No, he's off anyway.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he was offside. There you go.
Yeah, they're going to be playing the trap all day. But can you imagine having a guy like Diego Llorente and saying, you know what? I want to play the highest line, single point of failure. Like,
I just can't believe from that first corner that they didn't have one man back, Gabe.
No, they kind of did, but you could see that. I mean, you can see why
Stop backing him.
I'm not backing him. It's you could see why it would work. If I were the center half, I would say to my manager, "Hey, listen, like you're basically saying if we make a mistake, they're going to score every time. This is a really bad way to play."
That's what I'm saying.
I probably wouldn't see the light of day.
One header, like that. And then that's it. They're out.
Here we go. That's a poor ball.
Dealt with Romero of Spurs. Where in the UK can you watch this? You can watch it on Viaplay on Amazon Prime, I believe, mate. It costs though. It's like a subscription, but you can get it on visual radio across many different countries. But in the UK, it's available on Amazon, but it's through Viaplay or Premier Sports, something. But you have to pay for it, mate. Subscription. So it is available there.
Yeah, you can see what Argentina are doing, just off the shoulder every time.
Yeah.
Diagonal ball. Oh, well dealt with there.
Straight out play.
Good no nonsense defending, but
there you go. Premier Sports through many platforms in the UK. There you go, mate. Mine keeps sketchy as it's a bit frustrating. $15.99 if you just want in the month. There you go.
$15.99.
Yeah, for Viaplay.
It's
Premier
robbery.
Sports one, yeah.
Tejan Buchanan loves to get stuck in.
There are many ways. It's 2024. This is true. This is true. I suppose, to be fair to Canada, they are coming up against world champions.
Oh, yeah.
To take that into consideration.
And if you're Canada, you can't sit back. You know what I mean? Like, if you sit back, this team is just going to crush you. You have to give them something to think about, and you have to try to cause them problems. That's the only way to play against a team like this. If you respect a team like Argentina, they're going to crush you anyway. So you may as well get crushed with your boots on, you know?
Yeah. Single point of failure.
Here's Davies.
He's actually playing with width, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's got Davies out on the touchline, which is mad. The pitch looks a really nice surface.
Yeah. We've been looking at championship pitches all year.
Yeah, well, in comparison to what England were on today as well, bloody hell. It was brutal today.
Did you hear Kyle Walker say, difficult environment.
I know.
It's hard to play in front of a hostile environment.
He said it's hard to come away to a hostile environment. I was like, right, okay. So first of all, the Denmark. We're in Germany. And
a weak Denmark team by comparison, by the way.
Crazy. He was crazy. Just saying words, wasn't he?
Imagine if Rasmus got in the team.
Yeah, well, no. I know. can't even get a game, can he? I think he'll end up coming back, Gabe, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. And he may be fair. Who knows?
Oh, I can't stand him. Not a massive fan of him.
I'm not either, but I still think that the championship is a lower level of competition than we think. Junior Firpo looked amazing.
True.
Never at any point did he look even half a player in the Premier League.
No, I didn't.
Jorginho Rutter was like first or second in assists in the entire league this season. I know he had limited opportunities, but anybody that says they saw that coming is lying.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming from Rutter, no. Not at all.
That's tidy there from Canada, and then they just give it away half field.
Barney, what was the news on Rodon? By all accounts, Ipswich are very big fans of Joe Rodon.
That would be too. We beat them twice, and they got to see him up close.
Yeah, and I think the only way Leeds get it done if it's a loan, I think they want between 10 and 12, and that's a hell of a lot for us to spend on a centre-back, to be honest. It might not
centre-back who's borderline Premier League, borderline Championship.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's
I like him. I want him back, but
no, that's crazy. Not that much, mate. Nowhere near that much.
There's no way they pay that. If they do, they're going down because decisions like that will get you relegated.
Yeah. Ipswich are fans, but they could also be looking at a loan for Kwanzaa, and they like Greaves. So if they can get that done, then that means that they won't go for Rodon. But Rodon's definitely on their hit list. But yeah, I've said before, like, I wouldn't pay more than 10 for Joe. But I even still think I don't want one of our high ticket items to be a centre back. That for me, as good as Joe Rodon was, there are other Joe Rodons available, even on.
If you're gonna pay $15 million for a centre half, they should be able to do more than Joe Rodon can.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree.
And I rate him. I like him.
Yeah,
but,
same.
You have to rate him in context.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Pascal. The issue with Pascal is he's out 10 to 15 games a year.
That's a problem, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I was gonna say Canada had a nice window of opportunity there, and Argentina sniffed it out.
Get it out wide, man. Hurt them. There we go. Here's Di Maria. Overlap.
Di Maria coming to MLS.
Is he?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Inter Miami.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. I love how the league is like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But then when Messi's around, they'll just make special exceptions and break all the rules to give him what he wants. It's hilarious. We're a McDonald's franchise, man.
I can't believe Alvarez.
Look at this keeper. Oh.
He should have scored there, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should have.
Definitely. Was it Di Maria, not Alvarez?
Yeah, it was Di Maria. He's been around forever, hasn't he?
Yeah. Michael says Rodon will be making a mistake going to Ipswich.
Really? Why?
Look, it's Premier League. This is what people don't. Yeah, like I had someone say to me, "Why Cree's better than Brighton? He shouldn't go to Brighton." And I'm like, "What?
What do you mean he's better than Brighton?"
That's what someone said.
What are they talking about?
I just think it's a mental. Oh, Chansey and Messi. Ooh, para Messi.
They're calling for a handball. Let's see if there's anything in it.
This might sound stupid, but there is VAR. Is there VAR?
I don't know if there's VAR. There might be. I think there probably is.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I don't know if you've caught any of the Euros, mate, but the semi-automated offsides this time have been absolutely amazing.
Good.
Yeah, and it's coming to the Prem as well, so I'm gonna check.
Premier League referees will find a way to mess it up.
Yes, 100%. One of the worst refereeing performances already this tournament has been from an English referee.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
No, Michael.
I think they're influenceable by the players and like.
Yeah, there is a VAR. There is VAR at Copa America.
Yeah, thought so.
Oh, that's such an American saying. SOBs.
Yeah.
You SOB. You goddamn SOB.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, isn't it?
Yeah, defo. Oh, free kick.
What could be a card here? Oh, some extracurriculars.
Yeah, well, honestly, mate, caught up on WWE. Uncle Howdy, brilliant, man. You should have seen the, like, it was about...
Oh, there's nothing in this.
No, there isn't. Has he carded him as well?
No, yes. Okay, so yeah, he gets him a little at the end, but it's nothing.
Nah,
This is
nothing.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a 6-minute... Why is he talking to him so long? What's going on here? I don't think it needed that.
I love that DePaul came over like he was going to do something. There's a great clip on the internet. It was a USA Jamaica match, and one of the Jamaica players fouls Jermaine Jones. I don't remember if you remember Jermaine Jones.
No.
He was a Schalke player back when they were Champions League.
Okay.
And Clint Dempsey gets into some extracurriculars with a Jamaican player and makes this face at him. Just goes, like,
Really?
imitates the way he was talking. And U.S. fans turned it into a poster and brought it to matches. It's quite funny.
I'll have to check it out, mate. I'm just trying to see if I can get one that's a little bit not as jumpy, to be honest. Stander.
Argentina here throwing in. Deep in the attacking third. Oh, no. Recycled back around. It's good football from Argentina. Still a little bit slow, though.
Fuck's sake. This goddamn thing.
It would be your luck, Joe, if you came in to watch a revenge like 4-0 thrashing by Argentina. What happens is a 0-0 draw, and you're like up to like 4 a.m. watching 0-0 draw.
Standard, mate. It's expected. Here we go. Ah, that's better.
Stu Holden still looks like he's 17. He's calling the game. Stuart Holden.
Stuart Holden.
Yeah, he used to, back when Bolton was a Premier League team, he was a midfielder for him. He's a USA international. That I think it wasn't John O'Shea. What was the Man United player that ended his career? I don't remember.
Oh, did he snap him or something?
It was a horrible tackle.
Really?
Yeah, was it Johnny Evans? I think it was Johnny Evans.
Dangerous area for a free kick, this, mate.
This could be Alphonso Davies' territory.
Yeah, defo.
Oh, no, never mind. It's not. It's in their. I think it's in the defensive area. They had a free kick. We misjudged the pitch, Joe.
Oh, really?
No. Never mind. I'm a couple seconds behind you.
Hang on. Where am I? I'll adjust my thing because I've switched the thing and I've found it. Where they?
Oh yeah, you're almost a full minute ahead of me now.
Hang on. I am. This is where I am, Gabe.
Yeah. I see. Yeah.
22-16. Have you seen it, yeah? Sorry, it's because I've just switched it over. To be fair, Canada drew... Yeah, they also got battered 4-0 by Holland, man. Friendlies mean Jack.
I don't know. They can sometimes be indicative, though. When you watch the England friendly, I was thinking this wasn't very inspiring. And so far, they're playing the Euros.
No,
that's been inspiring
that's
either.
fair, bro. That is fair. Tell you what, this has got Alphonso Davies written all over this, surely. He's just got to go for this.
Yep. Oh, the wall did its job.
Corner ball, I think.
DePaul's been spent half the match on his ass.
It wouldn't have been a bad effort, you know. Wouldn't have been a bad effort if it had got round the ball. People are saying it was Nigel de Jong. Others are saying it was Wes Brown. I'm not sure.
Nigel de Jong did break his leg as well in a friendly. So Holden did all this effort to come back.
And then Nigel de Jong broke his leg?
Yeah. In a friendly. And a horrible, 2-footed scissor cap tackle as well. It's one of the worst tackles I've ever seen in a friendly.
Oh, no way. Do you remember McGinn though tried to put an equaliser on Archie Gray the other year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Leeds is going to try to go for Matt O'Reilly again. That would make Oscar go through the roof.
Oh, it's far too much, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But with the Somerville money,
Yeah.
if Somerville goes, he'd be like, oh yeah. Guy loves Matt O'Reilly.
Yeah. Oscar will be buzzing watching his native Spain in the Euros tonight. Anyway,
His native Spain.
It's his mother tongue.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, he's mad. He loves a bit of Spanish football, doesn't
He loves Barcelona.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
My favorite is I'll pop onto Twitter out of nowhere and I'll see like 16 tweets on his own thread about Formula One racing. Like summing up an argument that maybe 5 people know is happening in the F1 space. It's like the problem about that engine. It's amazing.
Yeah, his knowledge knows no bounds, doesn't it? If he's into a certain sport, he's very knowledgeable.
True enthusiasm.
Yes, for sure. Romero's such a dick, you know.
Yeah, he is. By the way, this I keep bringing up Mike Bassett because I know you'll know it. You know when they play Egypt in the World Cup and they're just kicking the ball around really slowly. That's how this match feels.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing happening in this match.
I haven't seen that film for a long time, but it's a very, very good.
Oh,
film.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I've probably seen it about like 20 times. I love that film. They shouldn't be shouting at me. They should be shouting at you. You know why? Because at halftime, we're 3-0 down to the Mexicans. What's wrong with you?
I love it when he sounds like Benson and Edges, man, on the
yeah, on a cigarette packet.
Mad.
One of them's 36. Says, they're second division players.
I'm down in Pompano Beach. I don't know where that is. I don't mind Miami breaking the rules at all. Just need everyone to stay healthy. Thanks for the great work, guys. What's this in relation to?
Earlier we were talking about Inter Miami, or I was.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Just need everyone to stay healthy. Thanks for the great work, guys. Thank you very much, Badger. Where's Pompano Beach? Is that in America?
I think it's down. It's got to be down near Miami, probably.
What? Am I really quiet, people? Who's whispering?
I don't understand what they're talking about.
No, because I'm not. Like my mic's actually turned all the way up. I'm confused. I don't know if.
Well, here they go. Big switch.
Oh.
Not dealt with by Canada.
Oh.
Whoa.
Ooh. Man at the back post, Jobby. There we go. Oh. It's coming. This first goal's coming. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Sounds fine.
Drawing a foul in open play. That's Acuna.
Unless I did an accent or something. I don't know. Who's whispering Bob Harris? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Do you know what, Lee? It's a good appointment. He did very well at PSV. Yeah, so one to watch. Could listen. It'll be one of them. It'll either be a great success or it'll flop. I'm a lot quieter than Gabe. Okay, I've got it as turned up, so it must just have different levels. That's all. But as long as you can hear me, that's
I can turn my level down if I'm like really loud.
That's cool, mate. You sound fine to me, mate. But like I say, it's all good. It's 6 miles away from Inter Miami Stadium, says Badger. There you go, then. Pompano Beach. But it's a lot nicer than Sunderland Beach, I tell you that much. People saying the sound's fine anyway, bro. I won't worry about it.
Sunderland Beach.
Yeah, it's seating. It's not great. Oh, here we go.
Even the entry credit song. Even the entry credit song for Sunderland Till I Die is sad. Everything about that city is depressing.
It is. The one thing I will say for them playing narrow and Alphonso Davies is so pacey, so it's not like he's got so much recovery speed that it actually might be okay down his side, if that makes sense, just because of how rapid it is.
The thing is, and this is the thing about any manager at this level, there are very few managers who don't understand the game. You know what I mean? Like, it always comes down to, are you doing the best with the tools that you have, and are you too stubborn to adapt? And in a tactical matchup with another manager, can you get the best out of that guy, or does your message get across week after week? There are a number of factors, right, and at different levels. And I do think Jesse might be able to be a half decent international manager, but it really depends, because right now, I mean, obviously they're playing different. They're playing a different system. They're obviously playing against a superior opponent. I think they're doing okay. And even though, I mean, they're showing the possession statistics here, I think Argentina hasn't really had any. Oh, Davies.
Oh, cut back. Oh, he could be in. Buchanan. Oh my God, what strike was that?
Yeah,
he's panicked.
Rushed on his.
Yeah, he's panicked.
I think that's his off foot as well.
Yeah, he's weak foot for sure, but he's proper panicked there as Buchanan. He's like, I need to get this shot off. Yeah, not great. Needed a bit of composure there.
David as well is saying, "Give me the ball." Look at him, just here.
Yeah.
Oh,
made the wrong decision.
Yep. But in terms of chances, I think they've been relatively.
Ooh, there's that high line again.
Yeah, but they've got plenty of pain. Look, it's what they've got 3-4 players back now. And there's honestly, Argentina don't have a lot of pace out on that pitch.
What's this? What's happened here? Ugbo declining to play really hurts Canada. I don't know about this. Do you know about this at all, mate?
No, I don't.
Di Maria, up it goes. Oh, it's headed out. It's not that bad. I'll have a look into that, mate. Ugbo, Canada. Let's have a look. EK Ugbo, who plays at Chef Wednesday.
Massive blow. Sorry.
He's laughing his head off.
I didn't expect. I was like, I don't know. Ugbo plays for Chef Wednesday.
Ugbo's decision. Ugbo not picked for Canada. Oh, yeah. So he was asked. Jesse was asked. And it was Ugbo's decision to not.
Oh, that did me.
He said it was his decision, apparently. I asked Jesse Marsch on why EK Ugbo was left out, and he said it was Ugbo's choice to rest. He was invited and decided not to take it up. There you go.
Well, Chef Wednesday have some ambitions.
Oh, they're in. They're in.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh my!
God, Canada. Oh, it's not bad.
Canada have come to play. They have.
They have. They definitely have. How will they ever recover without Chef Wednesday's finest?
All right, so Matt was taking the piss. Okay, I thought he was being serious. I was like, I feel really rude, laughing in his face like this.
EK boy. I tell you what, though, Chef Wednesday will be a better team next season under Danny Roll.
Well, I mean, won't take much, will it?
No, he's been talking. He's been doing the halftime analysis on BBC, and he speaks so well.
Did you see?
ITV, sorry.
Did you see Fabregas correcting some of the English guys the other day?
Yeah,
because there's it does really highlight a weird way some folks in England look at positional play, and it's just you need to have guys that aren't going to be isolated into individual positions on the pitch.
I do like Thomas Frank's been on, and he speaks so well as well.
Yeah, I really rate Thomas Frank as a manager. I really do. I think he's excellent.
Yeah, I agree.
Think about the club he's managing. Honestly,
no.
I know they've had a really top class striker, but they haven't had a lot else.
No, you're right. It'll be interesting to see if they can what happens when they don't have Tony. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
could be.
Tony's an interesting character.
Kuna. Yeah, he's a knob.
Yeah,
he's a big knob. The press, they're doing all right with the press Canada, Look, they're straight on him.
Yeah, and they're not doing a full. I think it's smart of them not to be playing this full-on press. They're really, I know everyone likes to use this fancy language, mid-block, but this is the definition of it. They're using the halfway line, and they're inviting the first pass, and then they're just keeping it really compact, and they're set up to win the second ball.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is to disrupt the first touch and win the second ball and not give up acres of space. But, of course, Messi's going to drop back and make things happen.
And look at that for a pass.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I mean, he's basically just decided, okay, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, exactly. I've had enough. Give me the ball. Yeah. So it's another corner.
It's not just the pass, right? Because we've seen players. This was one of the things that drove me a little bit nuts about the way we rated players in the championship. Ampadu makes passes like that, but in the championship, he has 4 or 5 seconds to find that pass. Messi's taken the ball, turned around, and hit that pass.
Yeah.
In 1 second. It's the difference between a really good player and a just world-class best of all time. It's the little things that, outside of the highlight reel stuff, that for me always impressed me about Messi.
There's a lot of space out there, though. Now he is Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, but look how compact they are, and they're bigger. Like if you're Canada and you're gonna have Argentina come at you, I would much rather them come at me from wide and be whipping balls in, than to be hitting me on a beautiful combination of plays.
Yeah, for sure.
The midfielders are doing a good job staying with their runners as well, which is key if you're going to be playing against a much better opponent. Oh, they're fancy. Oh,
that's not great.
Minging pass though.
That's poor. Yeah. Always kept it in as well.
Was that Kone with that pass?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a Watford pass, wasn't it?
Corner ball.
Yeah.
I just woke up for a piss and saw you were streaming Psycho. I think
Locks, congratulations on the guy from what's it called, from the Goonies joining as your manager. We've got a chocolate factory owner, or a chocolatier, I should say.
I mean, what's more psycho? Me streaming or seeing that I'm streaming and deciding to go on your phone and then comment on the stream?
Locks is a legend.
Yeah, I think he's the more psycho. Did you know he set up a petition?
No, what was it? What petition?
To not get Steve Cooper. You need
really?
Yeah, a petition.
He's a good manager, isn't he? For the level that
I think so.
Yeah.
You've got to get 10,000 signatures to get to Parliament. How many do you think it got? Chance. Gabe?
Yeah. What?
You need 10,000 signatures to get a petition to Parliament. How many do you think it got?
52.
64. Big numbers.
That's close.
Big numbers. Yeah, very close. Nearly at Parliament. Nearly in front of Rishi. I would have loved it to go to Parliament and see Locks being front and centre. I don't want us to sign Cooper.
Locks is just chanting King Power on the steps of Parliament. People think he's a royalist.
I think Cooper will do a good job.
I mean, it depends on what happens with Leicester with FFP and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, he just seems to be getting jobs that are just hard. I feel bad for him. It looks like the physical toll gets taken on his body as well.
Yeah, definitely on his face. Sorry.
I started it, but
it's mad.
I do think he should be just shouting, "Hey, you guys," at the referees in the middle. Hey, you guys.
Takes a bit of heat for it, doesn't he?
Well, Joe, about the 38th minute, and the best chances have come from Canada, in my opinion.
They have.
But there could be in here.
Yeah, they were.
Keeper off his line. That's very decisive. That's what they call a sweeper movement that you see in the advanced analytics for the keeper stats.
There you go. Sweeper move.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed we'll still have Melier next season?
Am I disappointed? Realistically, it's hard to upgrade the keeper position by a significant margin in the championship. What I would say is that I worry about him in decisive matches, or when the pressure's on. If we're many points ahead, I think he'll be fine. If we're, as Brownie would say, under the cosh, and we need Melier to step up and save us. He is capable of big
He's
performances.
serviceable
He's shown
in
it.
the championship, isn't he? Let's be honest.
The problem is his goals prevented is such a in the basement stat.
That's a lovely ball. It's a good save though. Good
is.
ball. I think if he was playing in goal for a team that was facing copious amounts of shots, he would be not great. So for me, the reason he's serviceable is because he's not going to face that
our
many
defense
shots.
Should be great. So basically, what you're saying is we can get away with it because our defense is going to be okay.
I think so. Yeah, in the championship. Yeah.
And if you're asking me, would I rather invest the money in other places? Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like, look.
That's why I think it's wild to pay over 10 million for Joe Rodon, because you can get a very serviceable centre back in the division.
Right.
If you get promoted, it's a no-brainer. But if they say we don't want to loan him, we want 10, 12 million, then I would move on.
If you loan him, you're going to just continue to lose value on him.
Yeah.
And look at Infantino. My God. Look at that head.
I know.
Joe, just wait till you can't grow facial hair anymore. Later on in your life, that'll be you.
Oh, God. I can't have
Look at Jesse's hair. What's he been doing? Stressed out over there.
Barney says, Joe's out here making money, Locks. You can't sleep since you all signed Cooper. My fiver for your extreme hard work, Joe. Thank you, Barney. My hard work and a dig at Locks as well. You got 2 for price of one. Obviously, Gabe as well. Big up to Gabe for coming on. Because I'd have been half asleep if I was doing this on my own. It's been nice to just chat.
It's a shame nobody else wanted to come on this match with you. Nobody will be watching this really in momentless
There will
game.
be a lot of Leeds fans. I've seen a few tweets saying, look, I'm going to bed now, but hopefully I wake up to see Jesse battered 4-0 and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh, Canada could be... No, they're slowing it down.
They've competed, mate. They've competed. A draw against the world champions wouldn't be bad at all, let's be honest.
No, it'd be a great result for them in their opening match. The thing is, I do think they still have individual vulnerabilities on the pitch. I'm not very convinced by their center half tandem. They're good against crosses. That's fine, but I'm a little bit concerned they'll get caught out in possession. Yeah. And then their midfield, their 2 center midfielder, I don't think are good enough against an opponent like this. So. And Argentina have kind of locked out Jonathan David from the match. He hasn't had a sniff. I think Alphonso Davies, he got free once or twice, but I think by and large hasn't been all that dangerous.
How's he not getting a card there?
Yeah,
he's just basically done what he wanted with the ball. Like the referee's like, "Well,
he didn't hold it quite long enough, I think, for a card." But
he just walked off. It looked a bit ominous then as it got played in.
Now Canada have to go quick here, I think. If they try to just build up in possession and they've only been dangerous.
I've just clicked who that is.
Whoa.
Don't tell me that's... Wait there.
What, Liam Miller from Preston?
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on loan in Preston. I think it's FC Basel, isn't he? And it's playing for Preston.
Is that? I've just clicked with that shit haircut. I was going to say... Look at that shit, and then it came back to me. It's Liam Miller.
Yep.
No way.
Oh, Canada could be free here. They've got numbers.
I can't believe it's that Liam Miller. I can't stand that lad. Good cross that. What a save! Bang. How's he missed that?
I'm telling you.
That's some.
If you're Canada, if you go in at half and. If you somehow manage to score, you've got to be feeling good about your chances.
Davis has got to score, mate. I know it's his right foot, but he's got to do better.
He's also moving back a little bit on a diagonal. That's a difficult. Let's see. I think he's running back towards the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Cutting back this way. It's hard to wrap your whole body around it when you're moving the opposite direction.
They're actually playing well, I hate it, but they're playing well.
All right, they've got a decent squad.
I can't believe it's that Liam Miller.
I thought it was funny seeing Kone out there. Watford's finest.
Locks has just text me. I just woke up for a piss and saw you were streaming Psycom. Off back to sleep. Hope Canada win 5-0, he said. Oh, they're in. Move it a bit quicker. Just trying that delicate chip all the time over the top, and it's not really working for them because, like you mentioned, the back line's they're all quite tall in comparison.
Messi will unlock this team, though.
Yeah, of course he will, yeah.
At some point, you just give him enough. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, strike. It's wide.
He just wanted to remind himself what the ball felt like. By the way, can you believe the Saudi league keep upping Ronaldo's achievements over there?
Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
It's so pathetic. They basically made a situation to celebrate. I'm pretty sure they just that Cristiano, you want to come over here and win all our awards? We'll bring some of your friends over as well. Unbelievable. I think it's really disappointing that Neymar's gone over there.
Is that where he is? I don't even know where he is nowadays, mate.
Yeah, he's injured as well. Neymar is a player that doesn't get enough credit simply because he existed in a generation with Ronaldo and Messi. But absolutely exceptional player.
I personally, I think he should have done more. Like I don't think he quite fulfilled his.
What could he have done more besides like win a World Cup?
I don't think he's remained at the top for as long as he should have, like your Messi's, like your Ronaldo's.
I see what you're saying, but I mean, in terms of what he accomplished at club level.
Oh, they're in. Oh, the keeper's committed. Oh, such a terrible
I gotta say that
strike.
I think this keeper's instincts are pretty good.
Mm.
I don't know. Where does he play? Where does the keeper play?
I'm not sure. We can have a look. I'll tell you now, mate. It's half time though. Let's have a look. Crepew plays at Portland Timbers, mate.
Oh, he's an MLS keeper.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
Timbers.
that. Portland Timbers have a decent atmosphere.
No, that's not where.
That is where they cut the tree down.
Is that where Jermaine Defoe went? No, or did he go?
No, I think he went to Toronto.
Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go, half time, mate. I tell you what, they've played well.
They have played well. Well, what are you drinking for tea over there, Joe?
What am I drinking for tea?
Yeah. What brand of tea?
Oh,
we'll see if you. I was gonna say good man.
Yorkshire tea. Has to be Yorkshire tea, man. I'm not a massive tea drinker, but at night I have to drink tea because coffee keeps me up. So.
I mean, Yorkshire tea's got loads of caffeine as well.
Aye, but not as much as coffee, right?
I don't know if that's true. Let's do a little research.
Do it. Someone said that to me before, and I was like, you're having a laugh. I said, how can there be more caffeine in tea than there is in actual coffee? If you tell me that's...
I mean...
He plays for Minnesota, not Portland. It says Portland on Flash Scores, mate, when I click on him. I mean, you'll know more, though, if you're out there in the States. But when I go on it, Crepew, it says goalkeeper, Portland Timbers.
Okay. A cup of Yorkshire tea has 95 milligrams of caffeine. A cup of coffee has 95 milligrams of caffeine on the average. It's the exact same.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Then I should have had a coffee instead. I prefer coffee.
Where do you get your coffee?
Where do I get... What do you mean?
Like, do you... what do you buy? What do you drink?
I get it from...
Do you got a guy that gives you the coffee on the harbor side,
No, when
Joe?
you said it, that's what I mean. Do you think I get it imported or something? No, yeah. I drink this Costa Rican stuff from Lidl or Aldi. I can't remember, but it's really nice. I used to drink Nescafe Gold Blend or Dow Egberts, which is very pricey. But
so do you get it grounded? Do you make it in a pot, or do you...
Oh, no, it's pre-granules, like...
What?
Like, well, coffee in a jar. What do you mean?
Like instant coffee crystals that you mix. Joe,
Yeah.
Joe, I can't let you do this.
Right,
can't let you do this to yourself.
I do have a percolator. Like a coffee where you put the
you put the grounds in and the water comes over it and it goes into a pot
and it pops in. Yeah, I've had that before. But I can never be asked to do it, so I just prefer 1 spoonful, 1.5, and then milk and sugar. Instant coffee, yeah.
I can't let you drink instant coffee, pal.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of me drinking like Lipton's tea.
Okay, so what do you suggest I do?
I mean, I suggest that you get bags of ground coffee and use your percolator. That's what I suggest.
Okay.
The best thing to do, actually, if you're not fussed for that, you like a kettle, right?
Yeah.
Best thing to do is get some pour over filters and a pour over thing itself, and you just put it on top of the coffee pot. Oh, no, not coffee pot, but mug. You put the coffee in, you pour the boiling water over it, and it makes your cup. It's an individual cup maker. I'll send you one.
Okay.
And then I'll send you the ground coffee to drink.
Okay.
God.
I look forward to this.
I'm shocked that you like coffee more than tea. If you've been drinking instant coffee. It's disgusting. Joe, I can't let you do this. Really? I care about you. You're my friend. Friends don't let friends do this to themselves. Okay. Yeah. I'm genuinely horrified over here. It's really upset me. I'm not sure why. I'm just like, I remember when when I first moved to Leeds, and this was just when I was a student, and we had this little department get together, and everyone's making tea. I was trying to figure out how to use the kettle, because we didn't grow up with a kettle in my house. Okay. And they were like, "Oh, would you want coffee instead?" They opened up, and they picked out that jar, they put it out, and I go, "What is that?" Like, it's crystal coffee, and I was just like, "Nah."
Yeah, what is it? Coffee granules, right? Like, is it instant coffee? I guess it's just like
crystals. They're little crystals.
Yeah. Okay.
Joe.
Really?
No one's perfect, Joe.
There we go. Mike says, we take coffee very seriously on this side of the pond. Yeah. I wouldn't mind a coffee machine, like a proper decent one, like barista style one, where you go like...
Have you seen what Connor's got? Connor's got his whole... I think he's got a latte maker, doesn't he?
Has he?
I think he has.
Not seen it. He's on good money, him and his missus. That's why, mate. No,
my favorite thing, I hope he sees this, is in the middle of the stream, sometimes somebody will bring him a cup of tea, sometimes a coffee, and he literally goes like he goes from being, very serious to just like a little kid reaching out for. It's quite funny. I still can't believe Di Maria didn't score there.
I know, right? I mean, that would have been what? Within 5 minutes, it would have been a different game. Do you know what I mean? Lahore barista coffee costs like 40 cents a cup. Amazing coffee, Joe. Won't cost that over here, I tell you that much.
Dominic, I am right because I just looked it up. I didn't make it up, man. I didn't know that off the top of my head. I do know useless facts, but that's not one of them. I can't believe Canada didn't score here. Oh my goodness, what an opportunity!
See, I'm seeing they're showing me highlights here now of I don't know what game it is, but it's I think it's a Phoenix in a yellow kit. Phoenix against MVC v WEL. Does that sound familiar?
VUCWEL.
MVC versus WEL.
I
don't know why, bro.
What sport is it? Is it football?
It's football. Hang on, I'm gonna show you just quickly because obviously.
Joseph, you don't want a Keurig machine. It's terrible for the environment. So much plastic.
This is what I'm seeing.
I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know why, but they've instead of giving me a halftime chat, they're showing me countdown to Paris. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going
Olympics
on.
Countdown. No.
I just assume they're doing it till half time, unless they've just said, right, that's enough of that game, Joe. You're only getting.
I'm going to refill my water, Joe. I'll be right back.
Okay, matey. No worries. Just must be showing us highlights, folks. I have to watch the game from my phone, so I tune in at half, see what Joe's up to. Nothing but hot coffee talk, man. Hot takes, hot coffee. The Larry Nance interview was brilliant. If you haven't watched it, I'd highly recommend it. Yeah. How's the best manager Leeds have ever had doing? Calm down, Ben. I won't go that far, mate. Oh, Melbourne victory. It's America. Australia, sorry. It's Australia. I don't know if you've seen this, bro, but No Better had Larry Nance on earlier. Did you catch that?
I didn't check it, no.
Yeah. He was speaking about like obviously NBA and his Leeds stuff and that. Says he loves Cooper, likes Farker.
Can you imagine like a partial owner of the team coming on slagging the players off though?
Yeah, true. That is true.
It would be horrible. It's nice that we have like ownership and people involved that aren't saying wacky things.
That aren't DMing YouTube content creators. Do you know what I mean? That's always a good plus, isn't it?
I know.
Connor's
lost us in the know with Roger Zani.
He told me he messaged him a couple of weeks back to ask if he fancied coming on, and he just got aired. And I was like, he is surprised. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Mr. Dodo. The legend that is has tagged me in a tweet. Wait there, look. Here you go. You'll enjoy this.
Let's see it.
This is Gabe trying to explain the intricacies of caffeine, and now he's and how.
Where did you find that photo? I mean, I know it's been photoshopped on a body, but I don't know if that's a. Where'd you find that face photo of me though?
Mr. Dodo, where did you locate this? Reveal your sources. That's such a good Photoshop. It actually looks like it could be you, though.
No, come on. The skin tones are totally different.
No, but I mean the shape on the head, like.
But look at the size of the neck. It's like the thickness of my head as well.
I don't know about it. I think
I think it's quite funny.
Yeah, it's good. Big up, Leandro. Thank you, mate.
I got myself in trouble photoshopping last year.
Barney, I don't, mate, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't. If I did, I would, but it's going to be very hard. It just keeps getting harder and harder, to be honest, mate. And it'll be even worse if we go Prem and stuff. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Yeah. Can't say, but don't look outside the window, he said. It's one competitive game, right? He's played two friendlies. Let's not get ahead of ourselves on the score.
I cannot wait for the possibility for Marsch to like get deep in the competition. Joe's still like, well, he still hasn't won it
in the final. He goes, loses out on penalties. I'm like, yeah, I told you, man. Yeah, don't use second party sites, mate. Don't give them the benefit or joy, if you like, of
I'm starting to get a little bit tired. It's only 9:00.
Really? I've been doing a breakfast show at 9 a.m, but I can honestly
say... Have you?
Yeah, it's getting knocked on the head tomorrow. It's not happening tomorrow. I'm staying in bed. I'm too tired for that show.
I remember, I guess it wasn't really early UK time. Or was it? I remember when Kate used to do her morning show. Was it a morning show?
Cool. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was kind of nice having like a morning Leeds show.
Yeah. That's why I did. I thought, do you know what? Yeah, there's a gap there. I'll do it for the Euros, but you don't get a lot of people interested because it's the Euros. Do you know what I mean?
Joe, let's see how stereotypically English you are. What do you usually eat for breakfast?
On
a day where you're putting effort in, not when you're just grabbing whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't really. Yeah. I'm pretty shit with my breakfast. Normally toast though. Toast or cereal.
No beans on the toast, I hope.
No, I can't be chewed making beans on a morning. I do like beans on toast though. I love beans on toast with brown sauce and cheese. Oh God. It's lovely that, you know. Why? What do you eat? What do you eat for breakfast, Joe? Joe, I called you Joe. Gabe,
it is quite funny. I feel like I agree with Jer 9 times out of 10, so I'll take that. I actually like a full English breakfast. Like whenever I'm over there, I'll go out to. There was this place where I lived in Bristol called the Deco Lounge that used to get a nice bubble and squeak as well, which was really good.
Yeah, nice. See, I'd love to eat full breakfast, but I couldn't be asked to make all that in the morning.
Mike's just a guy can't be bothered to make coffee. Of course, he's not cooking beans.
Yeah, exactly, Mike. That's what I'm saying. I definitely couldn't be asked to make sausage, egg, bacon, and all that sort of stuff. Definitely not. Yeah, I would like to have in America the whole loads of pancakes and syrup vibe with a big knob of butter on top.
You fall asleep again after that. I usually go for like kind of a fruit parfait type thing.
Yeah. Fruit parfait?
Yeah, so, just like Greek yogurt, granola, and fruit.
Okay.
Just throw it together. Yeah.
Nice. I do like granola with yogurt. It's quite nice, actually, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So get some strawberries in there, some blueberries as well. A little bit of local honey on top. You're off to the races, man.
I did have some porridge. I had 2 slices of toast and porridge for my supper.
It just sounds like you're coming over on a wooden ship and you're running out of supplies. But we've got porridge. Got
to be honest, Gabe,
toast.
I get paid in 5 days, so I am literally running out of supplies. It's that time of the month. Yeah. Trust me, it is. So I had 2 slices of brown toast and some porridge with some honey. With a little bit of honey, yeah.
There was so much about England I loved. One thing that I didn't really always love was the food. Most of the food I liked there was like common in England, but not inherently English, like Indian food.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Amazing.
100%. Pizzas from a takeaway. They're nice.
I remember there was some dodgy pizza in Leeds. Really dodgy.
It depends. That's what I mean. There's
one place got shut down because they were putting suspect things in the pizza.
Yeah.
And you get weird stuff on a pizza as well, like just strange combinations of toppings that they wouldn't offer.
Bolognese pizza I like, which is literally mincemeat in bolognese sauce on a pizza. Yeah, it's mad. But it's happened twice, right, in England. So when I lived in Stockton for a little bit, there was this takeaway. I loved it. Boom, it was in the local paper. It got 1-star rating and shut. Rabbit droppings and that. And then there's another one in Sorby Bridge. I know Dave lives in Calderdale called... I don't know if it's called no, it's not called the Shoker. Anyway, we went there for my brother's 40th. A lot of people in Halifax. It's in Sorby Bridge. Anyway, that got shut down as well for 1-star, and nearly everyone.
Stop eating at these toxic places, Joe.
Nearly everyone goes there for curry. I forgot what it's called, and then it was in the local courier, and I was like, "Oh my god, man, it's mad! It's mad." But you don't listen. Front and center looks nice. You don't know what's going on in the kitchen, do you? That's the problem. Until the environmental health turn up.
And even some of the like the names of your cereals, just I can't imagine something less appealing than Weetabix.
Weetabix actually nice though. Especially with loads of sugar. So probably not good for you.
That's what I mean. Like you have to add the sugar yourself, you know?
Yeah, you have to add the sugar, yeah. My favourite though is like I really like this stadium, how they're walking out and they can see the fans. That's insane.
Yeah.
Where's it being held, mate?
This is all in the States.
This is in the States, this?
Yeah, they're hosting Copa America. See how it says Copa America USA 2024 at the bottom?
Oh, it's not on mine thing.
Oh, it's not on.
So you've got the World Cup as well?
Yep.
It's a bit of a joke. Which
Can you understand why we're so angry that Greg Berhalter's our coach?
Yeah.
We have a real opportunity to grow the game if we play well, and this is what they...
Which stadium is this, bro, then?
I don't know, actually, where this match
Atlanta,
is.
Georgia. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you know, look up right now, average attendance for Atlanta United. This is going to blow your mind.
Okay. What I don't understand, hang on, and I'll tell you why I didn't realise it was in the States in a second. Atlanta United, average attendance. I like their badge, actually. 47,000.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. Think about the MLSs. You have
the
top tier teams are incredibly well supported, very popular, lots of attendance, great culture around them. It's hard in the States because you have to travel hundreds and hundreds of miles, sometimes thousands, to get to a.
So they had the highest average, 47,000. That's quite.
I'm gonna guess that Seattle's gonna be in the top 5 for attendance as well.
From what I see, mate, I've got Charlotte on 36, Seattle on 32, Nashville on 28. That's top 4.
Inter Miami's got to be high.
The reason I didn't realise it was in the States, mate, because in Europe, the host country always plays first.
Yeah.
So I thought it was in Argentina when it kicked off, but then I noticed, like they do in American sports, they had that big screen at the top.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, Argentina wouldn't have one of them.
The Jumbotron.
One of them, yeah. Like they do at ice hockey and stuff. So I noticed that and I thought, oh, well, this can't be in Argentina. But I probably felt too dumb to ask. But yeah, because normally the host country will play in their capital city in the opening game and in the final, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
That's why I don't understand why the States aren't playing first, but it must just be different in in Copa America, I assume.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe they've just chose Argentina because it's the World Cup winners against like one of. I guess you could deem. Would Canada be deemed a home nation really, or is it still? No, is it not like twinned with Canada this time?
It is in
No.
the World Cup with Canada, USA, Mexico, I believe, but
Right, but not this. Yeah, we do have now we do have in our in our supermarkets now. There is always a little section that has American
import.
cereals, other things, and I swear to God, they're through the roof. They're far too expensive. Far too expensive.
So my younger sister, from what Dominic was saying, I'm from the northeast of the states, and my younger sister lives on a maple farm with her boyfriend and his family, and so they have like acres and acres of space, and they make their own maple syrup and sell it. It's how they sustain.
What is maple syrup?
I wonder what I can compare it to.
Is it like Golden Lyle's syrup?
I don't know what that is. Let me have a look. Golden.
Nick, come on, mate. Do me a favour. What? This will finish at what? 3 o'clock?
No, it's not like Golden Lyle's. That's caramel butter type syrup. It's what they put on the pancakes here in the States.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, I know what it was.
Yeah,
I just didn't know.
It tastes like maple brown sugar liquid. It's amazing. Joe, you know what? I'm gonna have to put a package together for you with some good coffee.
Yeah.
Pour over some American syrup.
I'll come on the next
Canadian
stream,
syrup.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show.
We'll get you talking like somebody from the Northeast, not from the Midwest.
Howdy, y'all. What about? Is that where's Texas?
Texas is in like the Southwest.
Okay.
Texas is like a country unto itself, really.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you ever watch King of the Hill?
Yes.
That's Texas culture right there.
Okay. Back in the day, yeah, it was big, but now it's more. Here's a take for you. I prefer American Dad to Family Guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
American Dad's funny.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit smarter than Family Guy. Family Guy just relies on the cutaways and
yeah. Maybe that's
it's
why I
funny,
like it, 'cause I'm more intelligent, mate.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Good man.
Right, mate. I'm just gonna dash and get water as well.
All right. Yep.
My tea's run out.
Team's back out onto the pitch. Looks like Argentina's going to kick off here.
Yeah. It's where Sheldon's from. Do you watch Big Bang Theory?
Nah, I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, it caricaturizes what I am, an academic nerd. Everybody thinks we're that. It's like...
You mean to say you're not like Howard Wolowitz? He's my favourite, man.
I just don't care for it.
I love that. There's an episode, it's just reminded me because there's an episode where they go get Sheldon from his mum's and he lives in Texas, and Howard Wolowitz turns up looking like Woody from
Toy Story.
From Toy Story, and he goes in and he goes, "Howdy, y'all," and then he talks to her and he goes, "I got a hankering for a root beer," or something like that, and she goes, "Take that silly hat off and shut up now." It's so funny, but yeah, that's funny, man.
No, my stream is frozen.
Make it happen, Mr. Dodo. Make it happen.
Freeze my stream? How dare you?
Oh, look at this. Never slander my Midwest again by saying Joe's yokel impression is Midwestern. I don't know. Howdy, y'all.
Matt, where in the Midwest are you from? I'm gonna have to.
Here's something. We were on about this on another stream the other day. What's this, Gabe? Biscuits and gravy.
It's a southern thing. I don't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like white. Someone said.
Like white. Oh, do you not know what gravy actually is?
I know what gravy is.
No, but in the context of biscuits and gravy, because it's not like a meat
that's what I
gravy.
mean. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
it's
it
like
is,
it's sort of like a whitish gravy.
Okay.
I don't know what it's made from because I don't eat it. I've tried it. I don't really like it, and I'm not from areas where we would have that for breakfast or grits or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grits is something else. That takes some getting used to.
I've had it. I don't know why, but when I seen this, I wanted to go, is it cake? Have you watched that before?
No, what's that from?
Oh, really? It's on Netflix. It's an American show where they have people who make cakes, but they make them so lifelike, and you have to guess if it's cake.
Oh, no, I can't say I've seen that.
No, it's quite mind-numbing, to be honest. Pacific Northwest is best place in America, not the people, but the place for sure.
I lived in the Pac Northwest official Zoom. Watch yourself. I love that place. And the people. I find by and large, people are the same everywhere you go. I mean, there's going to be people you don't like and people you love.
100%. There's dicks everywhere, unfortunately. Biscuits and gravy, when done right, is supreme, but when it's shit, it's shit. Joe, just flour and butter with bits of sausage in it. Joe, your English taste buds would explode out your mouth. And to be honest, they probably would in the States. I'd probably be like, oh my God, what is this? And then I'd come back about 40 stone heavier, I reckon.
Oh, they're in. Oh, that's a penalty.
Yeah, wow. Oh, they've given it advantage goal, 1-0.
Yeah.
Who was taken out? Alexis McAllister.
Yeah.
There you go. 1-0. We finally have liftoff. Get the cane.
Yeah, and it's exactly what, if you're the manager, what you don't want them to do, just be playing these combinations right at you. And it's messy. Of course it is. Right into McAllister. Yep. I mean, just... Oof.
I mean, the keeper has absolutely snapped McAllister in half.
I'm surprised he's not got a card for that.
Yeah.
Well, he's not really... Like, the keeper goes down like he's been penalized. like he's been fouled. I love when he steps up and then he jumps the other way, like the momentum would naturally...
Honestly, that is so bad.
Shocking.
That. Big up Hannah.
And I was praising this.
States. Hi, Hannah. Hope you're doing well.
Fellow American. All right, Hannah.
Yeah. Fellow American Leeds fan. There can't be that many. Sure.
There's loads of them. There's supporters clubs in every state.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Love that.
Yeah, there's a map. You can interact with them, go to the home pubs.
Nice.
Joe comes to America tour.
Yeah,
he's going to walk it just like he did that charity walk.
2026
his feet are going to fall off.
2026 World Cup, I'm there. No, I wish, mate. Can't even afford a fucking car, let alone bloody get into the States. Smashing tackles.
Yeah, this could get dirty here.
You know why? Jesse's got in at half time, hasn't it? You know for a fact Jesse's got in at half time and said to them, you need to start smashing.
The keeper looks testy now after a great first half. He looks a bit shaken. I thought that should have been a relatively routine save for him.
LUFC LA.
LAFC has a pretty solid supporters group now. The new LA club. I think they've been around, 6-7 years now? 5, 6, 7 years?
So apparently, Jacob, Dave White is starting one. So there will be a supporters club in Alabama. So watch this space. There we go. I don't know Dave White. They must be. That's very English, Hannah. That name, Dave White.
Oh, there's, pretty big English influence over here in the U.S. in terms of immigration.
Fair, yeah, fair. Craig says, "Give a link to the map, please, if you have it, Gabe."
Oh yeah.
Do you know what though? We've seen Jesse's gone out. Listen, I need you to come on. You're being too kind. Get some yellows. The keeper's just gone right. I'm fucking taking him out in penalty box. He just smashed into him. Not like that, man. He's from Halifax as well.
It's luamericas.com.
luamericas.com. There you go. So Dave White's from my hometown. Dave Smith, sorry. Or did you say Dave White? I can't remember. It's Dave White. So.
Joe was born and grew up in Skinning Grove.
Hannah?
I said Joe was born and grew up in Skinning Grove.
Scranton. I was born in Scranton, mate.
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
That's the one. I've still not watched them all. I keep watching them and dipping in and out.
Well, The
Dwight
Office.
Schrute. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's different, but in the first series they try to imitate the English version. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean? They find their stride in series 2.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, Dwight is the best.
Yeah, he's so funny, man. So
at work, when you were working, like, you know, either in an office or with other people or whatever, Joe, what personality were you most like? What is this keeper? Oh, wow. Okay.
Good. I was like the guy who fancies the receptionist, man.
You were like Jim Halpert.
Yeah. Jim's cool.
I was like Robert California. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I wouldn't have took all that time. I'd have just stuck it on her toes from day one.
Yeah. with big boyfriend in the warehouse. You remember?
Yeah, fair. Dave White is from Halifax, moved to Orange County like 30 years ago. Wow, so there you go. He's me, but living in States, basically. Hello, American in Leeds. Nice to see you. Toronto Maple Leeds supporter group. There you go.
Sorry, Ranjit.
Why
Ranjit,
is so?
I'm from the Boston area, and Toronto has a way of going into the playoffs every single season with a better team than the Bruins and getting absolutely smashed in the playoffs by the Bruins.
Really?
Yeah, it happens every year. Well, not every year, but it happens common.
Which sport?
Ice hockey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the Toronto Raptors?
Yeah, Toronto Raptors are an NBA team.
Yeah, NBA. Okay.
The Maple Leafs are a hockey team.
Right, okay.
Ice hockey, I should say, because I know hockey in the UK is a grass sport.
No, I know what you mean, though, yeah. I don't want fucking hockey with them plastic sticks that you do in school, man. You just end up whacking.
That's why, who was saying, we invented hockey? I'm like, no one cares about hockey at the Olympics, pal.
No.
Not that kind of hockey.
All we used to do is just whack each other's shins, to be honest. It was a nightmare trying to play that.
I grew up playing ice hockey, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I played that before I played football.
Actual football or soccer when you say it?
Soccer.
Soccer, okay.
No, I never played American football. I valued my brain.
I was going to say, you don't have the build for it, do you, really, either?
I didn't want 7 concussions by the next time I was 7.
I remember getting in hot water on one of my streams when I said they were athletes, they were just big fat men. And
yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. Oh, well, you were there, Gabe. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And people were like, "What?"
I was like, I'm not wading into this one.
I was expecting you to have my back.
Yeah. I already get the Benedict Arnold stuff enough. Like, yeah.
Oh, strike. Not great.
Nice to see that you can play football almost half a lifetime and still not be able to finish like Angel Di Maria.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, yeah, he's such a funny player as well because he's always been a very good player, but he never struck me as breaking through a particular ceiling.
He did well at Madrid.
He did well at loads of places. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was never the player on the pitch I feared. I act like I played against him. No, I never feared him.
I do feel that because they've got one so early in the second half, it could get quite long in this game. We could get a couple more goals, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Especially if they keep getting done by that simple ball over the top. Like,
yeah. Liam Miller snapping into challenges. Yeah, don't forget, folks, if you haven't already, please do like the video. We're sat on, what are we sat on? 141. Let's get that to 150. 9 more. I know there's 9 more people in here that haven't liked the video, so like it for me, please, if you can. Would be greatly appreciated.
Oh,
what
see, look at that. It's just mistake.
That is too easy.
Heads are about. If they score again, heads will go down.
Yeah, definitely.
They're close to it now.
Yeah.
And hey, by the way, this is that 45th minute to 60th minute stretch where Marsch's teams give up goals. It is. Right after the break, they just get unlocked, and then it all kind of goes wrong.
Yeah, goes to pot.
One little thread gets pulled, and the whole thing unravels.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dodo, I lived in Leeds, and as an American coming to another country, what usually happens is, or at the time, this was, late 2000s, almost 2010, people were starting to get the Premier League. They were starting to get La Liga. You could watch Champions League. So that typically meant Americans would pick like a top 4 team. So I moved to a new city, new place, first to be a student, then just to live for a while. And I just picked the local team. We were League One.
Nice.
I had gone to a Leeds Rhinos rugby match. And so I kind of got a little bit, met some locals that way, asked them about Leeds United, went to a couple matches at Ellen Road because it was relatively cheap then, and loved it. And then got to watch a little cup run with Jermaine Beckford and the boys. Mike Grella was playing for Leeds at the time as well.
Yeah, Grella.
I quite liked Mike Grella. Yeah. So yeah, it was that.
I was going to say, was he the one who came out? But it was Robbie Rogers, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Robbie Rogers.
Robbie Rogers.
Yeah. I'm not sure he was at Leeds for that long, Robbie Rogers.
No.
Just a brief stint, but I think Leeds is a city. It's like any city anywhere, and you're going to get mixed reactions. But I think Leeds tends to be pretty. If you open up to people about your personal story, even if they don't necessarily agree with your ideologies, they tend to be pretty open-armed with you. I found.
Northerners are. Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Yorkshire,
listen, when I first moved over there, it wasn't, Facebook had only been around 3 or 4 years. Like, YouTube wasn't a thing everybody got into every day outside of like funny animal videos. So it just felt like you didn't meet people all the time from different countries, or you didn't have the same exposure. I remember my first weekend out, Northerners bought me drinks at a local pub all night, and just asked me questions and kept throwing pence pieces in my drink and singing "God Save the Queen" because I didn't understand. Really? Yeah, I didn't understand what they were doing. And then someone finally said, "Right, just cover your drink," and they can't do it because they would say, "She's drowning. She's been drowning. Save the Queen."
Oh, really?
Yeah, is that nothing people do anymore? I'm old, man. But
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, so basically, you have an open drink, and they'd throw a pence piece into your drink. And they would sing "God Save the Queen," and if you don't finish the drink by the time the song's over, the Queen drowns. Right? At least that was what I was told. This could be something people invented to take the piss out of me.
This sounds like some mad fucking, like, I don't know, Oliver Twist 1950s kind of shit, man. I don't know what this is.
It was not like a student bar. I will say that it was.
Okay.
It was a proper pub. So Yeah, no, it was good. I really warmed up to the people. So from then, Leeds was my club.
Greg said, "Get yourself a Greg's, Joe. If it's 4 days before payday, we've all been there." Thank you very much, Greg. The thing is with the super chat, it comes the month after, so I'll cash that Greg's in like next month, bro. Don't worry. Big up though. Thank you for the super chat, man. We had Eddie Lewis too. Yeah.
All right, wait. So. This is a real thing, guys. God save the Queen. You need a pence piece. You drop it into the drink of an unsuspecting friend. That person has to consume his drink until he can reach the pence piece and save the Queen. I just Googled to make sure that it wasn't something that only happened.
Maybe it's a student thing as well. It could be a student thing.
They were older guys.
Oh,
they were like 40s. Yeah, so maybe that.
Yeah.
Old nationalists. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, chance for Canada. Rare foray into the box this second half. They do have a decent defence, Argentina, to be fair. Mr. Dodo, you can restart it off, man. Ben says, "I knew that. No one does it anymore." There, yeah.
I mean, it's clearly an initiation because it's like, it took like 3 beers for someone to be like, "Gabe, just cover your drink. Like, it's okay." And so I was like, "All right, I will."
Wow. Like,
to be fair, I didn't have to pay for any of them, so they weren't, it's not like they were.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
What's always amazed me, and I don't know if it's just a film thing, and maybe you can tell me if it isn't, but like all the parties you seem to have going through college and all that sort of stuff
That is
in
a
the
thing.
States. It is,
Yeah.
like someone's house, and they just have like hundreds of people at someone's house partying, and I'm like, wow.
So
we had nothing
fraternities,
like this.
it's changed. It's changed over the last decade or so because a lot of the excessive drinking came with hazing for members of fraternities, and schools have really cracked down on that because people will die and you can get
What's
sued.
the hazing then? What's
hazing is a kind of an initiation. So like making people drink or doing things that are not healthy for them as a rite of passage.
I think Dave Cameron had to wank off a pig.
Yeah, that
was a thing.
Yeah, that's similar stuff.
Okay.
David Cameron, he would. But like you get cheap beer, beer pong with the red cups. It's something everyone does. Kegs are hard to get. Like, well, I mean, I guess it depends, but I never had an easy time.
When I was growing up, when you had like Scary Movie, or just all these sort of stuff, American Pie, and they're all like chug.
No, what really happens, Joe, is you get like 2 or 3 cheap, huge plastic buckets filled with like natty ice.
For Canada. Oh, Jonathan David. Oh no, it misses everyone. Yeah, all right. Okay.
It's filled with like natty ice, which is like a disgusting cheap beer, or Bud Light, and then that's what people are drinking. And then there's like a table filled with like a bunch of spirits that are just cheap and minging and like vodka.
This is a fair question. Does the quarterback get all the ladies in actual high school?
Oh, in high school.
I don't know what your school is.
It depends on
or whatever.
For university, I would say probably so. But
and is it always the quarterback's always with the fit blonde who's the head of the cheerleader team, or is that just
that's definitely a stereotype? But I know that, that's true. Like in Texas, high school football is the biggest thing they have going. Same thing with Alabama. Alabama truly doesn't have anything besides football of any kind. So in high school football, like college football and high school football, it's American football. It's all they really have. So that stuff is probably true. Where I grew up, not really. It's more of it's a different place. Well, Canada managed to survive the deluge of Argentina and only be 1 goal down. So they could, theoretically, but they're going to have to show us something here in the next 10, 15 minutes, Joe. Preston's finest. Ball goes into... Davies is just pinging them in now.
Boom. Good save, keeper. Vamos, Uruguay, carajo. Bundy night. Oh, Route 1 stuff. How has that happened? It's a good save. He's still got it, though. Messi. Oh, para Messi. Oh, how's he missed?
What's this guy doing in the back?
Oh,
he's playing for the foul.
He's got it as well.
Lucky.
Of all people, I'm thinking Messi's definitely dinking that over. I can't believe Messi's not. He's absolutely schooled the keeper here, though. Look.
Oh,
see you later.
He just went for the fancy chip instead of the... Preston.
Yeah, this
was a corner for Canada.
This was us, mate. Cider in the local park. That's genuinely what we used to do.
I remember there was this period of time where people were drinking Four Loko. Does anybody know what Four Lokos are? It's horrible stuff.
No, I don't know what that is, mate.
I don't think you would have it there.
No. MD 2020 was a drink. I don't know if you have that in the States.
I don't know. I remember the first drink I had in the UK was maybe the worst alcohol I've ever had. It was, but it was just in student accommodation. I got in, and there's American International. Her name's Allie. She was drinking Frosty Jacks, and she just handed the bottle over to me. And I was like, all right. It was like a soda bottle, basically. Frosty Jacks. It was just horrific.
Horrible.
Jacob, you know what I'm talking about. 1 Four Loko. Yep. Yeah, Ian. Some people know Four Loko. That's funny.
Should do better, you know. They've had chances. They've had chances. They've had chances of Canada.
Yeah. Oh, Jonathan David coming out. Yeah, he's been pretty ineffective, I got to say. It's a little bit surprising. You'd expect better out of your second best player. Joe, do you have White Claw over there?
White Claw? No.
Yeah, it's like a couple summers ago, it was all the rage here. It's like a flavored seltzer with alcohol. Yeah.
No.
It's like people were mad over it for a couple summers. Mr. Toda says, no, we don't.
The XG will show Marsch won. I don't know. I think it may well have done, you know. Canada wins on XG. They probably are.
I don't know, though. Argentina have had a couple one-on-nones with the keeper.
Yeah, fair. They have actually, haven't they? Normally from Canada's dead ball situations, you think he'd plug a gap there, you know what I mean? And say, right, let's not do this.
John, sometimes people drink not just to get pissed, you know what I mean? Like when they're on the boat or hanging out with their friends outside. And not everybody wants to have their shirt off, passed out in a gutter. Joe, how do you feel about that? That whenever the England fans get photographed, it's always like some idiot with his shirt off, and like his clothes are off. He's on like the top of a car, and he's doing this. Like, does it ever make you feel bad, or are you just like, yeah, that's not me. I don't do that stuff, and you don't feel attached to it at all?
I don't know if you've seen. There was a funny one. I mean, this is off piece, but it's like the Scotland fans. I don't know if you've seen the guy in Germany doing a live broadcast talking to the Scotland fans, and then he showed one of the kilts, and then the lad who had the kilt just lifted it up on live TV to show his knob. It was hilarious, man. I don't know what they expected, though. They were just a group of pissed up Scottish lads. But yeah, the guy was talking in German and like pointed at the kilt, and then he just went, "Wait!" and his meat and two veg were out. Romero.
I would like a massage on my calf.
Yeah.
I've barely touched the ball. I barely touched the grass. I barely even had to run today, but I would like a massage, please. A massage from Big Ange.
Mad Dog 2020 is definitely in the States, says Badger. There you go. There you go. America's a mad place, though. I think just because it's huge.
Yeah, it's almost better to understand the States like you would the European Union. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because some of the states are so different from each other.
Potential penalty there, not given. That's definitely a foul.
Yeah, he's basically saying, I don't want to be accosted by these players. Get away from me.
How can the referee? Why is the ref having to talk like that? No disrespect. This guy's got zero control, you know. Look at him. What's he going on? He's ready to fight them. Do you know?
It's outside the area, I think. Yeah, he fouls him outside. Yep.
Yeah, he didn't give it, though.
He didn't give it. He gave nothing.
No. Gave nothing.
Surely VAR comes in and says, no, I guess you can't.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah. They are now. Yeah.
I think they're checking if it's in the box, though, but it wasn't, I don't think.
No, it's not. It should be a free kick on the edge of the area.
But if not, he'll give it to Argentina, I think. He's only checking to see if it's in the... Because Argentina had a foul before.
You know, I can't tell. I think this guy's style, we say he's lost control, but in the end, the tackles are relatively under control. They're checking things. And I think he's just making sure the players know that they're not going to be able to come up to him and intimidate him into making.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, so in this year's Euros, only the captain's allowed to talk to the referee, and if it's not,
hard to get away with that with CONCACAF and CONCABAL teams.
Yellow.
Yeah,
nothing. It's free kick Argentina.
Some of the, you should see some of the S housing that happens in CONCACAF. Ooh. So the press is starting to, the press is starting to get to Argentina a little bit.
Liam Miller. Oh, no.
they just don't have enough quality on the ball once they
No.
have it in space.
Who else is in the Canadian group though? Like there might be some.
They don't have a lot. Sorry, in the group.
Yeah.
They're the lowest ranked team in the group. They're ranked 40th right now in the world, Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at their group. Let me have a look.
Andy's baiting.
Peru and Chile. They might progress, no? Peru and Chile or not? They're too good for them. What's Peru like?
I think Chile's better. Peru.
Chile, decent,
I
right?
can't be. I can't tell you how Peru actually are,
Yeah.
but I imagine. I mean, if I know it's a difficult conference. That's all I know. The games are hard. The teams are scrappy. A lot of individual quality. It may not be up to the class that some of these Argentina players are obviously playing at, but I have a feeling they're going to give anybody a tough game. They're difficult. Teams like that are difficult to play against.
Yeah. Peru is trash. Gabe Chile is trash. Sanchez still plays for them. Okay. Peru is mid. Canadian.
Barney, when was the last time you watched Peru and Chile play? Tell me honestly.
I think Peru was at the World Cup, or that might be wrong. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know.
The thing is,
Canada.
They are. Half of the difficulty teams like Canada, USA, and Mexico have is they play each other all the time, which gives them a false sense of where they're at in terms of world football when they're playing on good pitches. And then they play lesser opponents. However, they play them in some of the most impossible environments to play. So it's not even football sometimes.
What's he doing?
Yeah,
He's got a terrible right foot, Alphonso Davies, man. That is a shocker.
I've seen him sometimes wilt in games where he feels like he has to carry the team. I mean, he's a young guy, but I think he sometimes tries to do too much.
Yeah, that strikes wild. Underscore says, I think Canada can realistically beat both if they're playing like this. We will be down.
I don't know. Listen, I don't see a lot from Canada. I mean, they've had opportunities that they should have put away, but for me, that was down to maybe I'm not sure how serious Argentina have been taking this match. I think that they've been playing down to their opponent a little bit, and I think that Canada are too easy to break open. I think if Argentina had the kind of pace they've had in years past, I think that Canada would be in a lot of trouble. But like when you look at this Argentina team and compare it to the Argentina World Cup team, there are some marked differences in terms of player form, who's actually on the pitch, what it looks like, how they play. I'm not saying they're not taking the tournament seriously. Surely they are, but I don't think they came into this match saying, okay, we have to make a statement and crush Canada. I don't think that's their mentality at all. I think they're kind of slow rolling into the tournament.
That's a good point, actually, Jacob. We actually got results against some of the better teams, didn't we? Cross. Oh, if only they could finish. I swear to God, if only they could finish.
Yeah. Oh, this guy. I can't stand their keeper. This guy's the worst.
No, I know.
He's such a jackass.
Yeah.
Now the dark arts begin. You're the world champions. You don't need to be falling all over yourselves, acting like he was kicked or something. Nonsense. Let's see if anything happens here. No. There's absolutely no contact there. Nothing to say he's injured. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's a shit for stuff like that, isn't he? Changes. Otamendi and Martinez coming on. Otamendi, bloody hell, he must be about 50. Is Daniel Sturridge in the studio with Alexis Lalas?
Yep, he is.
I've just seen a picture.
Why'd you say that so derisively? It's Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah, I just don't know why he's over there commentating on. Yeah,
he came over to MLS for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did he play for? Do you know?
One of the New York teams, I thought.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's well liked, Daniel Sturridge. Over in the States. It was either Red Bull New York or NYCFC. Let me see. Daniel Sturridge.
Have you seen the Sturridge bit with Lalas? Lalas talking about England. It was hilarious.
Lalas
see it.
is literally a professional troll.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Wait a minute. Am I wrong? Did he not come? I thought he came over to. Was that wrong?
I'm gonna have to listen to this. 1 second. Let me watch this.
Did I just totally imagine him going to MLS? Yeah, apparently he did. That's embarrassing. That's weird. Why did I think he played in MLS?
Cross. Chiellini's there as well. Fair play. Yeah, Alexi Lalas is. I think he's. I think Sturridge is thinking Alexi Lalas. Shut up.
Everybody in the United States thinks Alexi Lalas should shut up.
Maybe you're thinking of Ashley Fletcher, says Ian Goodall. Ashley Fletcher linked with the Leeds United once upon a time.
Sunderland player Ashley Fletcher.
The final would be Argentina versus USA. Do you see that happening, mate?
Who said that?
Lalas.
Whatever.
He used to have some mad haircut, didn't he, back in the day? That's a
94.
Ref.
How
is that not a foul? Oh, and they're going to score here as well.
He's missed.
This time. Oh, he's missed again.
It's Lionel Messi.
Messi could have had a hat-trick. He's missed again.
He's human after all.
Yeah. It should have been a free kick to Canada, personally, as well.
I confused Daniel Sturridge with Sean Wright-Phillips. That's what happened. Yep. I'm racking my brain trying to figure it out. Sean Wright-Phillips came over and played. That's right. Never mind. God. Yeah, it's surprising from Messi today.
Yeah. But...
I mean, he's 36, man. I mean,
yeah, true.
And he's playing a lot of games.
I don't know how he could have had though. Yeah, Sean and his brother. Well, Bradley Wright. No, who is it? Bradley Wright-Phillips is the all-time leading MLS goal scorer, right?
As of no, I think it's. Hang on.
It's an Englishman, I swear. I think it's Bradley.
No, it's Chris Wondolowski. Chris Wondolowski, Landon Donovan, Kai Kamara, Bradley Wright-Phillips is number 6.
Oh.
Landon Donovan.
I was watching something just yesterday, and they said he was. That's quite interesting. They got that wrong.
I mean, he may be for his club. Like maybe it was the club.
Yeah, that's what they said, and they were like, "No, definitely MLS." It was on Filthy Fellas, but there you go. Maybe not. Might just be for his club, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even still 6, yeah. Yeah, this ref's having a stinker, I can't lie. He's been quite favourable to the Argentinians as well. Yeah, Jacob, not great. I do feel for you there.
Nothing's happened this entire match except for one good Messi pass and a bunch of misses. Watch Messi scores from a free kick from 40 yards out at a weird angle. Now this will be a nice floating over the tee. Yep, there it is. Goal. Oh, he's missed.
Oh my God. They could have. Listen,
it should be 4-0. It really should.
Yeah.
We are Leeds. It's not that MLS isn't liked. It's that And it's just not relatively as popular as other American leagues. And when you look at attendance numbers in MLS, they're really, really good by world football standards. They just don't match up against the kind of top 3, 4 American sports. And it doesn't mean it's not popular. It just means what's massively popular here is not MLS. And MLS gets in its own way in a lot of ways. Oh, good. Look at that. Mistakes.
Oh, they've got to score this time.
This keeper, I got to tell you.
Oh, my God.
In many ways, this keeper's impressed me. I know he's had a couple of weird, shaky moments, but...
Why did Messi just hit the deck for there?
Uh-oh. He doesn't look to be faking.
He's off the ball as well.
He doesn't seem to be faking either.
Off the ball too, yeah, man.
That's not good for the American game.
What's this here as well? He looked to be fine.
No, he's kind of walking it now. Oh, that's just a knee-to-knee collision. That hurts a lot. Oh, right in the side of the kneecap.
Is MLS adding relegation?
There are no plans to add promotion relegations right now. Remember that MLS is as a league, the league owns player contracts, and you are not a club owner. You are a franchise owner. In the same way that if you were to open up a McDonald's, you can own and run the McDonald's, but through a certain list of series of confines. You are the franchise owner. You can't just do anything you want. You have to operate under a certain set of rules, and that means the league has ultimate jurisdiction in a lot of matters. So, which is why they can create weird contract situations to favor one club, like Inter Miami, to bring a guy like Lionel Messi in, and then all his pals, and then why they limit salary cap and certain financial transactions for other clubs. You know, it's just the way it is. I think what they started out trying to do is make sure when the sport wasn't as popular, the league didn't fold, because other leagues in the States had existed and had an enormous popularity for a short period of time, like the indoor soccer league, and what was the NASL with legends from the 70s playing Pele and stuff like that. But those leagues eventually folded. So I think initially there was a lot of league control to make sure that these teams weren't overreaching financially. What it's turned into now is sort of a Ponzi scheme that favors a number of people and favors certain folks within various schemes, and it prevents the sport from growing faster and competitively. It's not. There are some teams that are very competitive and it can be really entertaining, and then there are some teams that can just be in the toilet every year without any consequence. So it's a mixed bag. It's getting better, but slower than it needs to, and you know.
But it's still, how long has it been going, Gabe?
MLS is less than 30 years old.
That's what I mean. It's still really young. He does need taking off because he's going to end up getting a second yellow, this guy.
Yeah. Your boy's off. Look at that haircut. He's got that Landon Donovan haircut.
It's terrible.
Did you see the Landon Donovan haircut the other day?
Oh, mate.
He let one of his friends share a text thread. Apparently he'd gotten hair transplant surgery, and they said it wouldn't affect on camera. It did.
Wow.
I feel bad for him.
Otamendi could have made it too as well. Oh, God. They could, on another day, they could have had a hell of a lot.
I'm surprised he didn't just go for a finish in the air, but just notch it towards the keeper.
According to Flash scores, but I don't know. It says 2.72 to 0.98, so...
Yeah, Oi Bob, he did. I respect Landon for making fun of himself. I mean, it's all you can do, really. What are you going to do? Double down and be like, no, there's nothing wrong with my hair, you know?
Oh, my God.
Joe, it's been nice hanging out, but this match has been a stinker.
It has. No, I've enjoyed.
I thought it was gonna be open and entertaining. Yeah. It has not been.
No. I've enjoyed tonight, though, mate.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Good show.
I've just seen someone's just tagged me in. Dirty Leeds 1919 has tagged me in a conversation where they're talking about Messi being the greatest ever, and she says it's like Maradona, then Messi, and then she says up and coming players like Jude Bellingham, Pulisic.
What's wrong with that?
He's not in that conversation, Gabe.
No, didn't she subdivide and just say that there's tournaments happening with up and coming players?
No. She said,
what did she say?
In relation to Messi, but there's other up and coming players like Jude Bellingham and Pulisic.
Yeah.
No, that's not a thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
How old's Pulisic now, though?
24.
Is he only 24? It feels like he's been around forever.
Great season in Milan this year. Great season. But here's the reality. Christian Pulisic.
How much space he's got on this right-hand side.
That's beautiful.
It's got to be
beautiful.
Oh, lovely. Yep. There we go. Lisandro Martinez makes it 2.
Yeah, that's
nothing more than they deserve, really, to be fair.
No, they should be 3-4, really.
Yeah.
Pulisic is a very, very good player, but he's not a great player. He's certainly not world class. He'll probably retire as the most successful outfield American player. And he's certainly one of the most skilled American players, but we're just getting to the point as a country where we have players playing for top clubs. I mean, it's back 10, 15 years ago, it was rare to have a guy playing every week in the Premier League. It takes time. So I think that Americans need to be stop being so self-conscious about it and just accept that, we have a good group of players that we could make noise in tournaments, but we shouldn't pretend that our players are in categories that they aren't.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And on the same token, I think what really drives American fans the most nuts is having to hear it from England fans, because let's be real. When was the last time England won a major tournament? Barney, the difference between a world-class player and a player with world-class abilities, that world-class players are like that all the time, season after season. And the thing is, all really good players have excuses that they can make, and they'd be legitimate excuses. This coach doesn't like me, or the club situation was bad, or injuries or whatever. But world-class players, no matter who the coach is, no matter what club they're at, they rise to the top because they're that good and they're that applied. Pulisic, unfortunately, is not at that level. I just don't think he is. He's at a very good level. He's one of, if not the most talented American outfield players. And on his day, he can give any defender in the world more than they want. But that's not the same as being a world-class player.
All good in the herd cross. Oh, that was that seemed like an Aronson and Harrison type move there,
Wait, Joe, let's do it.
Yeah. Hand up in the air. Oh, you go, I'll go.
It takes 15 to 30 seconds to happen. And then it's terrible.
It was. If they win this header now, they might go score on the counter. No. They've fought valiantly for a period, but the second half they've been terrible, Canada.
The weird thing about this, I think Davies is trying to card bait here. Yeah, he got it, but I mean he gets fouled, but I don't think it's this bad. Come on, Davies. Well, that is a pretty bad foul. Never mind.
Yeah, definitely brought him down, didn't he?
I think the thing is, and this is, again, some criticism for Jesse. Jesse's going to come away, and he's going to say, well, for large stretches in the match, we were giving them problems. We had chances. But he's going to miss, again, that it could have been much worse, and the individual errors are a product of his system, not a product of his players playing poorly.
Yeah.
No,
I agree with you.
To ask these players to be 9 or 10 out of 10 playing aggressively and high forward against the number one team in the world, I just don't think is a realistic thing to ask these players to do. And they're going to be exhausted. They've run all day. I mean, really, they've been. I don't mean just like obviously everyone runs, but the distance covered.
Yeah.
Martinez is S housing with Larrea here. That's interesting.
For the top. And in behind. Corner ball. Does anybody think Jude's goal celebration? It's the Zidane, isn't it?
Also, in every major sport, people celebrate like this. I don't know why. People are like, Jude is doing the Messi. It's like, guys, come on. I do like the Christ the Redeemer.
Barney says, this is Marsch in a nutshell. You watch a half, you're like, this ain't too bad. Then all of a sudden it falls apart and you remember, oh, there it is. Yeah.
This is also something I think that Jesse needs to learn that, yeah, maybe your system works when you have the best players in the league, like you did with Salzburg, but it gets mid results if you have a mid to elite team in the Bundesliga, and they weren't accepting mid. Chest.
Oh, honestly, on another day, this could have been a car crash.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it could have.
And when you have players that aren't as good, you know, you're setting yourself up to be cracked open like an egg. Oh, look at the way he plays. That's really. Oh, sorry, you're a little bit behind. Never mind.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Don't worry.
So, if you had to be on a flight, 3-hour plus flight with Roger Zani, Victor Orta, or Jesse Marsch, and you had an opportunity to consequence less, give them a piece of your mind, which one of them would you pick, Joe? I think it would be Orta. You'd be saying sack of the board to him for the first 20 minutes.
Honestly, it probably would. The thing is, right? The thing is, Jesse would be able to talk you down.
Yeah.
Jesse would be able to talk you down, whereas Victor would want to have a go back. So it'd be more of a Barney, if that makes sense.
Roger Zani would probably cry and apologize to you with wine stains all over his lip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think Jesse would end up talking me down. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, I come off the flight like,
I really like that, Jesse.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. Yeah.
The thing is, I actually think Marsch would frustrate me more because there's something behind his expression that tells me he's not really listening to you. Right, you know what I mean? Like Orta, I almost don't blame for being. I mean, he was put in the position he was put in. Everyone knows what he's about, you know. I mean, I do blame him, but you know what I mean? Like, we knew what we were getting and we got him, you know?
Yeah.
Roger Zani, I'd probably want to ride with because I could probably get him to we could have steaks, alcohol. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, you know, Rods, you really messed up towards the end of the flight. You'd be like, I know.
Do we reckon we'll get a messy moment here?
We might. This is messy territory. A little bit outside prime messy territory, but it's still in it. Yep, he's going. Yeah, pretty tame. Joe, I know I say this all the time, but my favorite moment I've ever seen on your stream is when we were linked to more wingers and you just brought out, I got a keyboard for work. Then I got another keyboard. Do I need more keyboards? And you weren't doing a bit. You weren't even kidding. You were staring at the screen angrily.
Yeah.
Because somebody had dug you up on your criticism, and you were like, "Do I need more keyboards?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah. I watched a video the other day. It's full time. I watched a video the other day of because we were talking about Llorente, and I did a stream reaction to his contract, and I was talking about it was peak Jesse time as well, and someone had asked me about Jesse's tactics, and I was showing stills of the back post and that, and just watching it. It was so funny, man, looking back. But there we have it. Argentina 2, Canada 0. It could have been a hell of a lot more. It could have been 4-5. Canada did have a few chances. Were good in the first half. Fell apart, didn't they?
Final thoughts on the match, Joe. Rating some of the performances. What stood out? What shocked you? What didn't shock you?
To be honest, I thought Canada in the first half were pretty decent, mate. The Alphonso Davies kept width, which was good to see. I was shocked that Liam Miller's Canadian. I did not know that. But what shocked me more so is that I wanted there to be a battering, and there should have been a battering. It could have been fives, but hey, it is what it is.
Argentina very, very wasteful. I have to say that if Canada's going to contend in this tournament, they're going to need a lot more from Jonathan Davies. Again, 19 goals,
Yes.
4 assists in league on for Lille. It just wasn't good enough today. Withdrawn relatively early in the match, and for me, you can't be relying on Alphonso Davies to do everything. You need more from those other guys, and so Marsch is going to have to figure out a way to get them in the game.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree. Listen, folks, it's time for my bed, and it's probably time for Gabe's as well, but we're just different. Man. Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Honestly, it's been great fun, and hopefully Gabe will join me again on the next one. And we'll see you in a bit, folks.
In a bit, guys.